Lack of fresh water is becoming a global issue of increasing importance. What problems does the shortage of fresh water cause? What measures could be taken to overcome these problems? Model answer. The global scarcity of fresh water is emerging as a critical issue with far-reaching consequences, posing multifaceted challenges that necessitate immediate attention. This essay explores the problems arising from the shortage of fresh water and proposes measures to mitigate these issues. Firstly, the shortage of fresh water engenders severe ecological ramifications. Depleted water sources disrupt aquatic ecosystems, leading to the loss of biodiversity and habitat degradation. Aquatic species, including fish and other organisms, face the threat of extinction due to altered water flow patterns and reduced water levels. Moreover, ecosystems dependent on freshwater, such as wetlands and marshes, experience degradation, impacting their ability to provide essential services like water purification and flood control. Secondly, the shortage of fresh water poses significant threats to human populations. Insufficient access to clean water jeopardizes public health, leading to waterborne diseases like cholera and dysentery. In many regions, communities are forced to rely on contaminated water sources, exacerbating the risk of epidemics. Furthermore, water scarcity hampers agricultural productivity, contributing to food insecurity. As agriculture is a water-intensive activity, reduced water availability results in diminished crop yields, perpetuating the cycle of poverty and malnutrition. To address these challenges, several measures can be implemented. Investment in sustainable water management practices, such as rainwater harvesting and water recycling, can augment the available water supply. Additionally, the adoption of water-efficient technologies in agriculture and industry can optimize water usage. International collaboration is crucial, with countries sharing best practices and technologies to address water scarcity collectively. Furthermore, raising awareness about water conservation and implementing strict water use regulations can foster a culture of responsible water consumption. In conclusion, the shortage of fresh water poses interconnected challenges to ecosystems and human societies. Implementing sustainable water management practices, technological innovations, and international cooperation are vital steps in addressing the multifaceted problems associated with water scarcity. Many people believe that the high level of violence in films and TV programs today is causing serious social problems. What are the problems caused by excessive violence in films and TV? How could these problems be reduced? Model answer. The prevalence of intense violence in contemporary films and television programs has sparked concerns about its potential contribution to serious social problems. This essay examines the issues arising from excessive violence in the media and proposes strategies to mitigate these concerns. Firstly, the depiction of gratuitous violence in films and TV programs has been linked to a surge in aggressive behavior among viewers, particularly in young audiences. Exposure to violent content has been associated with desensitization to real-world violence, leading to increased aggression and reduced empathy. This phenomenon is particularly concerning in youth, as it can contribute to the development of antisocial behavior and a tolerance for violence as a means of conflict resolution. Moreover, excessive violence in the media can have adverse effects on mental health, contributing to heightened anxiety, desensitization, and nightmares, especially in vulnerable populations such as children. The normalization of violence as a form of entertainment may desensitize individuals to its real-world consequences, fostering a culture where aggression is normalized and accepted. To address these problems, several measures can be implemented. Firstly, content rating systems should be rigorously enforced to ensure that violent content is not easily accessible to underage audiences. Additionally, media producers should exercise self-regulation by avoiding gratuitous violence and focusing on responsible storytelling that considers the potential impact on viewers. Public awareness campaigns can educate parents and caregivers about the potential risks of exposing children to violent media content and provide guidance on appropriate viewing choices. In conclusion, the proliferation of violence in films and TV programs poses significant social challenges, from increased aggression to potential mental health issues. Enforcing content regulations, promoting responsible media production, and raising awareness among parents are essential steps in reducing the adverse effects of excessive violence in the media. The education of young people is highly prioritized in many countries. However, educating adults who cannot write or read is even more important, and governments should spend more money on this. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Model answer. The imperative nature of prioritizing education for young people is universally acknowledged, with countries investing significant resources in this endeavor. While educating adults who lack basic literacy skills is important, diverting more financial resources towards this cause may not be the most effective strategy. In this essay, I will argue against the notion that educating adult illiterate is more important, and governments should allocate additional funds to the education of adults who cannot read or write. Primarily, investing in the education of young people is a strategic approach that addresses the root of the issue. By providing quality education during the formative years, societies can empower individuals with foundational skills that extend into adulthood. This proactive approach not only prevents the occurrence of illiteracy in the first place, but also equips individuals with the capacity to pursue further learning independently. For instance, countries with robust primary education systems often witness lower rates of adult illiteracy due to the early cultivation of essential skills. Furthermore, the allocation of resources should consider the broader impact on societal development. Concentrating solely on adult education may neglect the potential contributions of educated youth to the overall progress of a nation. A well-educated and skilled workforce emerging from a comprehensive education system can drive economic growth, technological innovation, and social development. By fostering a literate and skilled younger generation, governments lay the foundation for sustainable progress across various sectors. In conclusion, while addressing adult illiteracy is important, enhancing the education of young people remains a strategic investment that yields multifaceted benefits for society. The allocation of resources that prioritizes comprehensive education during the early years ensures a more sustainable and impactful approach to societal development, and therefore adult education should never get more priority in terms of efforts, resources, and funds from the state.
Some companies sponsor sports as a way to advertise themselves. Some people think it is a good trend, while others think there are disadvantages to this. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. Corporate sponsorship in sports is a common trend in modern times. Many indicate that it is a good trend, while others are of the opinion that there are drawbacks to this. This essay will discuss both points of view and argue in favor of the benefits of brands sponsoring sports. On the one hand, when a company sponsors sports and individual athletes, it can increase interference. That is to say that the company often expects favor, and if the event is sponsored by a big company, then it is likely that they will try to interfere in the working of the event. They, for instance, want to arrange the schedule of the tournament according to their design or shoot advertisements with athletes in the middle of the event, which in turn translates the tournament into a marketing event. On the other hand, without sponsorship from companies, many sporting events may not take place. It is difficult for many organizers to meet expenditures, so it is important that companies assist these events so that they can continue to entertain the public. For example, there are many events like the Olympics or World Cup football which would not be successful without the funding of big corporations. Moreover, corporate sponsorships are crucial for attracting young talents and building more sports facilities all around the country. Without their money and support, spreading sports and making it popular among young people would have been much more difficult. In my opinion, I feel that financing sports by companies and big brands is a positive trend. This is because sponsorship is the mutual benefit of both parties. In simple words, sponsors often provide athletes with clothing and equipment free of charge for advertising purposes. In conclusion, corporate sports sponsorship has both positive and negative aspects. However, after a thorough analysis of both sides, I believe that sponsorship is a positive trend because it reaps advantages for both parties and spreads the popularity of sports all around the world. Model answer 2. sponsoring sports events as a means of advertising has become increasingly common among companies. While some individuals view this trend positively, others argue that it brings about certain drawbacks. In this essay, I will explore both perspectives before presenting my own opinion. Personally, I contend that while sports sponsorship may provide visibility for companies, it can undermine the integrity of sports and lead to commercialization. Firstly, proponents of sports sponsorship argue that it benefits both companies and athletes. By associating their brand with popular sporting events, companies can reach a wider audience and enhance their brand recognition. For instance, major sports tournaments like the FIFA World Cup attract millions of viewers worldwide, providing ample exposure for sponsors. Moreover, sponsorship deals often provide financial support to athletes, enabling them to pursue their sporting careers and achieve success. However, detractors of sports sponsorship highlight the negative impact it can have on the purity of sports. When companies sponsor events or athletes, they often expect a return on their investment, which may compromise the integrity of the sport. For example, athletes may feel pressured to endorse products or behave in a certain way to please their sponsors, rather than focusing solely on their performance. This commercialization of sports can diminish the authenticity and spirit of competition. In conclusion, while sports sponsorship may offer benefits such as financial support and increased visibility for companies, it also poses risks to the integrity of sports. As a result, I believe that excessive commercialization through sponsorship deals is not conducive to the true essence of sportsmanship and fair competition. The rise of social media platforms has made it easier for people to vent their frustrations and complaints publicly. What is the consequence of this trend? Is there any benefit to expressing complaints on social media? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. The proliferation of social media platforms in recent years has revolutionized the way people communicate and express themselves online. One notable consequence of this trend is the increasing tendency for individuals to publicly vent their frustrations and complaints on these platforms. In this essay, I will discuss the consequences of this behavior and examine whether there are any benefits to expressing complaints on social media. One significant consequence of publicly venting frustrations on social media is the potential for negative repercussions. While social media provides a platform for individuals to voice their concerns and seek support from others, it also exposes them to criticism, backlash, and even cyberbullying. Moreover, airing grievances in a public forum can escalate conflicts and strain relationships, as individuals may feel attacked or targeted by others who disagree with their viewpoints. Despite the potential pitfalls, there are some benefits to expressing complaints on social media. Firstly, it can serve as a form of catharsis for individuals, allowing them to release pent-up emotions and seek validation from their online peers. Additionally, airing grievances publicly can sometimes lead to positive outcomes, such as raising awareness about important issues, mobilizing support for causes, or holding companies and institutions accountable for their actions. For example, in 2017, the hashtag #MeToo movement gained momentum on social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook, where individuals shared their experiences of harassment and assault. This widespread public outcry not only provided survivors with a platform to speak out and seek solidarity but also sparked a global conversation about the prevalence of such misconduct in various industries. In conclusion, while the rise of social media has facilitated the public expression of frustrations and complaints, it is essential to recognize both the consequences and potential benefits of this trend. By weighing the risks and benefits carefully, individuals can make informed decisions about how they choose to engage with social media platforms to express their grievances. Model answer 2. The advent of social media sites has made it easier for individuals to express their frustrations and objections publicly. The essay will discuss how this tendency may harm personal and professional relationships, and then also argue that it can cause positive social change by casting light on important social issues. One of the primary consequences of venting frustration on social media platforms is that it may cause damage to both personal and professional relationships. That is to say, when a person expresses his frustrations and complaints publicly on social media, it may cause serious misunderstandings, tensions, or conflicts with friends, family members and colleagues who feel offended by the content shared. It, therefore, leads to strains in the relationships among individuals. For example, an individual who vents frustrations about social circles or friends on social networking sites may cause a huge rift in relationships. Those who feel offended may distance themselves. However, one of the positive aspects of expressing complaints on social media is that it helps develop awareness and bring about positive social changes. Sharing remonstrance on social networking platforms can raise consciousness on injustices and social issues. In other words, by sharing personal experiences or highlighting social issues, people can draw rapt attention to systemic problems in society, raise voices, and encourage conversations that may result in positive change. Take the #MeToo movement for example. The movement gained considerable momentum through social networking sites, throwing light on the prevalence of abuse and sexual harassment. To conclude, venting frustrations and concerns on social media can deteriorate harmonious relationships on the one hand and bring about positive social changes by drawing attention to serious problems on the other hand. I, therefore, think that individuals should be careful and selective while expressing their frustration on social media and use it as a powerful tool to create awareness about important social issues. Sample answer 3. People nowadays have taken to social networking platforms to express their frustration and complaints in public. While this trend can lead to cyberbullying, which is quite unpleasant, it also can reap potential benefits, such as vast reach and prompt resolution. This essay will discuss the outcome of this, and then outline potential benefits. The ease of expressing distress publicly on social media sites can often drive people to become victims of online bullying and harassment, and this is a negative consequence. When someone vents his complaints overtly, he may become the target of cyberbullying, abusive comments or personal attacks from others who hold different opinions. This can have a severe psychological impact, therefore causing anxiety or stress. For example, customers who vent about a company's service or product may fall victim to online trolls by loyal customers. However, this trend also reaps various advantages, such as huge reach and quick resolution. Social networking platforms usually have a larger user community, thus helping individuals to reach a vast audience with their dissatisfaction. By sharing their grievances publicly, people can excite attention to problems that may have otherwise gone ignored. By way of illustration, consider a customer's complaint about poor service goes viral on social media. Not only does it reach the company, but also attracts potential clients and other people who may have had similar concerns. Besides, when complaints attract a substantial audience, there is a greater chance of a timely solution to mitigate any further negative consequences. In conclusion, expressing complaints and frustrations on social media platforms has both positive and negative effects. Therefore, individuals should be cautious about venting frustrations freely on social networking sites. The demand for online coaching services and video courses has grown significantly in the digital age. Some now feel this method of learning is a superior option to in-person learning. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. In the digital era, the demands of online coaching services and video courses have risen substantially. Many today believe that e-learning is a superior mode to in-person learning. I completely disagree with this opinion because the physical classroom setting enhances students' understanding of course topics and also develops a sense of community. The physicality of in-person learning deepens students' understanding of the subject matter. In the physical classroom setting, students can communicate effectively with their peers and instructors. They can ask questions, seek clarification on topics and take part in organic discussions in real time. Consequently, teachers can accurately identify a student's weak areas and provide him with specific feedback, placing emphasis on the areas where the student requires improvement. This individualized feedback enables pupils to focus on their weak points so that they can take appropriate steps to overcome those weak areas, thereby enhancing their comprehension of course topics. For example, many studies have shown that personalized feedback develops students' ability to comprehend the subject matter. Traditional classroom settings also inculcate a sense of community that is clearly absent in virtual classroom settings. In the physical classroom, students are able to make personal relationships who can bounce their ideas off each other. This type of bonding experience cannot be replicated online, as rarely do most students converse with one another during and after an online class. Physical classes, for instance, offer students group activities, discussions, and collaborative learning experiences that eventually foster a sense of belonging to a community aiming at a common goal. To conclude, I believe that the physical learning setting is far superior to web-based learning since students can gain a better understanding of the subject matter as well as develop a sense of camaraderie in the traditional classroom environment. Model answer 2. The demand and popularity of digital learning methods including online coaching and digital courses is increasing, leading to the question if this is better than the traditional learning method. However, I disagree with the opinion that online coaching services and video courses are superior to in-person learning because they often fall short of providing the comprehensive and interactive learning experience that in-person learning offers. Firstly, in-person learning allows for direct interaction with instructors and peers, fostering a dynamic exchange of ideas and providing immediate feedback. This interpersonal engagement enhances comprehension, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, which may be lacking in the more isolated environment of online learning. For example, in a traditional classroom setting, students can engage in lively discussions, ask questions, and participate in group activities, all of which contribute to a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Secondly, in-person learning facilitates hands-on learning experiences, particularly in fields such as science, engineering, and the arts, where practical application is essential. Laboratories, workshops, and studio sessions provide opportunities for students to experiment, collaborate, and develop technical skills under the guidance of experienced professionals. This immersive learning environment cannot be fully replicated through online platforms, where practical components may be limited or non-existent. In conclusion, while online coaching services and video courses offer convenience and accessibility, they cannot replace the invaluable benefits of in-person learning. The interactive, hands-on, and social aspects of traditional classrooms contribute significantly to a holistic and effective educational experience. Therefore, I firmly believe that in-person learning remains a superior option for acquiring knowledge and skills in many contexts. Young people are often influenced in their behaviors by others in the same age group. Some argue that peer pressure is important while others feel it has distinct disadvantages. Do the disadvantages of peer pressure outweigh the advantages? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. The peer group tends to exert influence on the way teenagers behave. While many believe that the influence of peers is immensely important, others opine that it has its obvious drawbacks. I believe that the benefits peer pressure brings outweigh the disadvantages because it can instill a positive attitude towards education, despite the primary drawback, namely substance use, or so on it may cause. Without any doubt, the influence of peers can inspire young people to build positive behaviors, make good choices, and strive for academic excellence. When friends place emphasis on education and academic performance, it can exert a positive impact on the young's attitude toward learning. In fact, students who maintain a friend circle who are diligent students may feel a strong motivation to study diligently. Take my brother's case for example. He works harder to obtain good marks in exams because his friends are determined to achieve academic excellence. They possess a solid work ethic, and now so does he. However, peer pressure can also exert influence on young people to engage in deviant behaviors. It may make young adults feel obliged to take on bad habits like substance abuse to feel like they are part of the circle and not labeled as boring or weak. For example, if a group of friends get involved in substance abuse, underage drinking, and delinquent activities, a child may feel obligated to conform to these behaviors to avoid exclusion. Considering all these, I would like to mention that there is no concrete evidence to endorse the view that peer pressure is the primary reason for unacceptable behaviors and substance abuse. There are other factors, like genetics, mental health issues, and social influences, that play a profound role in this case. To reiterate, the fact that peer pressure can encourage to conform to a positive attitude toward learning clearly outweighs the flawed argument that it can influence young people to develop delinquent behavior and bad habits. Model answer 2. The debate surrounding peer pressure often hinges on whether its advantages outweigh its disadvantages or if it is the opposite. While peer pressure can sometimes encourage positive behaviors and foster social connections, I believe its drawbacks are significant and can have long-lasting consequences. On the one hand, proponents of peer pressure argue that it can motivate individuals to adopt healthy habits, such as regular exercise, academic diligence, and community involvement. Positive peer pressure can serve as a source of encouragement, support, and accountability, leading to personal growth and self-improvement. For example, a teenager may be more likely to participate in volunteer work if their friends are also involved, leading to a greater sense of civic responsibility and altruism. However, the disadvantages of peer pressure often outweigh these benefits. Negative peer pressure can lead individuals to engage in risky behaviors, such as substance abuse, reckless driving, and delinquent activities, in order to fit in or gain acceptance from their peers. The desire to conform to social norms and avoid rejection can override rational decision-making and moral judgment, leading to harmful consequences for both individuals and society. For instance, adolescents may experiment with drugs or alcohol due to peer pressure, resulting in addiction, legal troubles, and impaired cognitive function. Moreover, peer pressure can contribute to the perpetuation of harmful stereotypes, discrimination, and bullying within peer groups. Individuals who deviate from social norms or express dissenting opinions may face ostracism, ridicule, or even physical violence from their peers, leading to feelings of isolation, low self-esteem, and mental health issues. In conclusion, while peer pressure can sometimes promote positive behaviors and social connections, its disadvantages far outweigh any potential benefits. Friendships that take place online are not as meaningful as those where people meet each other face to face. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Sample answer 1, Agreement. Many people believe that online friendship possesses less value than in-person friendship. I completely agree with this opinion and believe that real-life friendships are more meaningful because of physical presence and shared experience. Real-life friendships strengthen emotional connection through physical presence. It enables people to have real interactions, and this, in turn, contributes to forming intimate relations and understanding. In-person friendships, in fact, allow individuals to hear the tone of voice, body language, and facial expressions, and therefore it helps to facilitate effective communication. Moreover, physical interactions, for example, high fives, hugs, and shared activities can forge a strong affinity and sharpen a keen sense of emotional intimacy that may be quite difficult to replace entirely through virtual interactions. For example, nonverbal cues, like posture, paralanguage, and eye contact, can deepen the intimate connection. Physical friendship can also build lasting relationships due to shared experiences. In real-life friendships, people often have shared experiences in real-world settings. That is to say that they take pleasure trips, attend social events, or take part in recreational activities together. In consequence, these shared experiences create abiding memories and can impart a keen sense of camaraderie to the relationship. For instance, going on an excursion with friends can create affectionate moments that last a lifetime, enhancing the overall friendship experience. These aspects are the inherent value contributing to the quality of friendship, and virtual friendships completely lack these features. To conclude, I believe that true friendship can only be built on physical presence and shared experience that cannot take place in virtual friendship. It is therefore real-life friendship proves to be more meaningful. Model answer 2, disagreement. Many assert that online friendships lack depth and authenticity and could be superficial while in-person connections are real friendships. I disagree with this opinion as I believe that the extent to which online friendships are meaningful depends on various factors, and they can indeed hold significant value in many people's lives. The notion that online friendships lack meaning overlooks the many ways in which virtual connections can enrich people's lives. In today's digital age, advancements in technology have made it easier than ever to connect with others from diverse backgrounds and geographic locations. Online platforms offer a space for individuals to share their thoughts, experiences, and interests, fostering a sense of belonging and community. For example, imagine a person who struggles with a rare medical condition that is not widely understood by their immediate social circle. Through online forums and support groups, they can connect with individuals who share similar experiences, providing them with invaluable emotional support, practical advice, and a sense of solidarity. These virtual connections enable them to feel less isolated and better equipped to cope with the challenges they face. Moreover, the absence of physical proximity can sometimes facilitate more open and honest communication, as individuals may feel less inhibited by social norms or expectations. The virtual nature of online friendships allows individuals to connect with like-minded people across vast distances, transcending geographical barriers and expanding their social networks. For instance, people may feel more comfortable discussing personal struggles or seeking support from online friends who share similar experiences no matter their geographical location. In conclusion, while face-to-face interactions offer unique benefits, online friendships can be just as meaningful and fulfilling for many individuals. Ultimately, the depth and significance of a friendship depend on the quality of the connection, shared values, and mutual respect, rather than the mode of communication or physical proximity. Many adults nowadays prefer spending their free time playing computer games. Why do they do this? Is this a positive or negative development? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: a good number of grown-ups like to spend their spare time playing computer or video games nowadays. This essay will discuss how entertainment value is the primary contributor to this trend. Personally, I believe this is a positive development because it sharpens the cognitive skills of those adults. Computer games are played chiefly for their immersive and entertainment value. Individuals can gain an extremely immersive and pleasant experience by playing computer games. The games, in fact, offer players with interactive gameplay mechanics, visually attractive graphics and sound, and engaging storylines. That is why, adults are more likely to choose to spend leisure time playing computer games as a means of entertainment that helps them to unwind after a hectic day. A good example here is my case. I often play the Age of Empire game because it allows me to immerse myself into the game, providing a vast world to explore and embark on epic conquest, thus helping me to escape from daily stress and shift my focus onto the challenging tasks within the virtual world for a short while. Playing computer games reaps benefits to adults by enhancing cognitive skills, and that is why I consider it a positive development. Many games, especially those in the simulation and strategy genres, present gamers with an epic of challenges that require critical reasoning, problem-solving, and decision-making competencies to devise best-laid plans in order to overcome them. Not only are these transferable skills valuable in the gameplay but also can be applied in real-life problem-solving situations. Take Civilization, for example. The game offers players a series of challenges that require cognitive skills to examine situations, determine obstacles, and design effective strategies to overcome them. In fine, adults today tend to play digital games because these games are the modern form of entertainment to relieve the pressures of life, and I think this is a positive development as it fosters cognitive development. In many countries, fast food is becoming cheaper and more widely available. Do the disadvantages of this outweigh the advantages? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Sample answer: the growing affordability of fast food is becoming prevalent in many parts of the world. I believe that the drawbacks of the ubiquity of convenience food outweigh the benefits it offers because although it proves to be an easily affordable food choice for lower-income families, these foods cause severe damage to health. The main advantage of this phenomenon is the accessibility and convenience. The economical fast food makes it easily accessible to a generous portion of the population, especially those with meager earnings. This, in fact, offers lower-income households an economy and convenient meal options, particularly those who lack access to costly food choices or face time constraints on home meal preparation. Single parents, for example, may seem it is highly convenient and economical to resort to a prompt and cost-effective fast food meal for their family after a hectic day. One considerable drawback of the affordability and prevalence of convenience food is that it can negatively impact health. The prevalent and affordable nature of junk food tends to drive individuals to frequent intake, thereby causing detrimental effects on health. This means that regular intake of fast food poses a grave risk of various diseases, such as obesity, diabetes, and other non-communicable diseases. A study conducted in India revealed that regularly consuming fast food could have a negative effect on insulin sensitivity, and therefore poses an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Fast food has also been proven to be the underlying cause of various mental diseases, including insomnia, depression, and anxiety. To conclude, although it is a good thing that lower-income groups have easy access to affordable meal options, I think the diseases caused by consuming fast food frequently prove to be much more disadvantageous for individuals. Question: many studies show that poor people are more likely to be involved in petty and serious crimes than people who come from higher income groups. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Sample answer 1: agreement. Many studies shed light on the fact that individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds are more prone to engage in both minor and grave crimes than those who come from privileged backgrounds. I subscribe to the study's findings, and this essay will discuss how poor individuals' socioeconomic conditions contribute to their criminal tendencies. Individuals who come from lower-income families are more vulnerable to crimes due to their socioeconomic conditions. They quite often have limited access to basic resources, such as education, job opportunities, and means of economic progress. This results in low wages, chronic unemployment, and economic instability. In consequence, they struggle to meet the fundamental needs of life. This eventually forces them to engage in criminal activities as a means of survival for their families. For example, individuals who cannot even afford to buy the bare necessities of life may commit petty theft because the gravity of the daily subsistence struggle takes priority over anything else. Likewise, socioeconomic inequalities also drive some individuals to carry out heinous crimes. Systemic disparities can inculcate a sense of discrimination and marginalization among poor people. When they perceive inequalities of opportunity as an obstacle in the way of upward social mobility, it can breed desperation in alleviating their social status. This, in turn, can increase the likelihood of committing serious crimes so as to climb the socioeconomic ladder. In pursuit of upward social mobility, for instance, many individuals from disadvantaged families can engage in criminal activities, such as woman trafficking, drug smuggling, and bank robbery, to gain wealth and power that they deem impossible through legal means. To recapitulate, I believe that there is a close relationship between poverty and crime because limited access to basic resources and systemic disparities can encourage poor people to commit crimes. Model answer 2: disagreement. Many studies show that individuals from lower-income backgrounds are more likely to engage in petty and serious crimes than their wealthier counterparts. However, I disagree with this statement. While socioeconomic factors can influence criminal behavior, it is overly simplistic to attribute crime predominantly to poverty. Numerous other factors, including social environment, education, and mental health, play significant roles in shaping criminal tendencies. Firstly, crime is a complex phenomenon influenced by a myriad of factors beyond economic status. For instance, the social environment in which an individual is raised can significantly impact their propensity for criminal activity. A study by the National Institute of Justice found that children from stable, supportive families, regardless of income, are less likely to engage in criminal behavior. Conversely, those exposed to domestic violence, neglect, or peer pressure in crime-prone neighborhoods may be more inclined towards criminality. Therefore, it is not poverty alone but a combination of adverse social conditions that contribute to higher crime rates. Secondly, education and employment opportunities play crucial roles in deterring crime. Lack of access to quality education and subsequent employment can lead to frustration and a sense of hopelessness, potentially pushing individuals towards illegal activities. However, this is not exclusively a problem for the poor. Wealthy individuals who lack direction or face personal issues may also resort to crime. The infamous cases of white-collar crimes, such as fraud and embezzlement, are often perpetrated by individuals from affluent backgrounds. These examples highlight that crime is not confined to any particular socio-economic group. In conclusion, while poverty may contribute to higher crime rates in some places, it is not the sole determinant. Crime is influenced by a complex interplay of factors, and attributing it predominantly to economic status oversimplifies the issue. Question: Some believe success in life comes from hard work, dedication, and motivation. While many believe success depends on other important factors like money and appearance. Discuss both these views and give your opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. Some argue that the combination of hard work, dedication, and motivation can lead to success in life, while others put emphasis on other significant factors, such as money and appearance. In this essay, I will discuss both perspectives. Personally, I believe that while wealth and appearance can bring success, hard work, dedication, and motivation are vital to success in life. Some argue that money and appearance play a vital role in achieving success in life. Financial power allows an individual to take calculated challenges and strategic investments that may not be possible for those with financial instability. In addition, a striking appearance projects self-confidence, professionalism, and credibility that help to make a good impression on someone. This in turn quickly captivates positivity from all around by creating a charismatic aura. Consequently, money coupled with appearance propels individuals toward success. For example, many CEOs and celebrities mingle financial power with appearance and establish successful business ventures and careers. Others contend that the perfect combination of hard work, dedication, and motivation exceeds all other factors in importance for success in life. Hard work ensures determined efforts, dedication involves staying committed to the task at hand, and motivation acts as the driving force that translates aspiration into tangible accomplishment despite setbacks. Together, these factors build a synergistic relationship that empowers one to take risks, seize opportunities, and pursue his goals, and thus leading to a successful life. A case in point is Serena Williams, the famous tennis player, epitomizes the perfect combination of hard work, dedication, and motivation. In an interview, she put her success down to this combination. For this reason, I put emphasis on hard work, dedication, and motivation to achieve success in life. In conclusion, although many emphasize money and appearance to be successful in life, this essay finds that the blend of hard work, dedication, and motivation attaches more importance over anything else. Model answer 2. Success in life is a multifaceted concept, and opinions on what drives it can vary widely. Some people argue that hard work, commitment, and inspiration are the keys to achieving success, while others believe that factors such as money and appearance play a more critical role. This essay will explore both perspectives before presenting an opinion. On the one hand, many people believe that success is primarily the result of hard work, dedication, and motivation. These qualities are often seen as the foundation for achieving one's goals, regardless of the field. For instance, individuals who consistently put in long hours, stay committed to their objectives, and maintain a high level of motivation tend to overcome obstacles and achieve significant accomplishments. This viewpoint is supported by numerous success stories of people who have risen from humble beginnings through sheer perseverance. For example, renowned individuals like Oprah Winfrey and Elon Musk are often cited as embodiments of this principle, having built their empires through relentless effort and unwavering commitment. On the other hand, some argue that success is heavily influenced by factors such as money and appearance. Financial resources can provide access to better education, networking opportunities, and the ability to invest in one's ideas, all of which can be pivotal in achieving success. For instance, entrepreneurs with substantial capital can launch and sustain businesses more effectively than those without financial backing. Similarly, appearance can play a role, especially in industries where first impressions and public perception are critical, such as entertainment and media. Attractive individuals might find it easier to secure roles or endorsements, thus advancing their careers more rapidly. In my opinion, while money and appearance can influence success to some extent, they are not as significant as hard work, devotion, and motivation. Financial resources and good looks can provide a head start, but they cannot replace the persistent effort and resilience required to maintain and build upon initial success. In conclusion, hard work, dedication, and motivation are the more critical components of lasting success. While money and appearance can open doors, sustained effort and commitment are what ultimately determine whether an individual can achieve and maintain success over the long term.
Question: the shopping habits of people depend more on their age group than on any other factors. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this view? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Sample answer 1. Agreement. Many people argue that age is a more powerful determinant of individuals' shopping habits than other factors. I completely agree with this opinion because it can profoundly influence shopping habits through generational vogues and technological adaptation. The primary reason why age wields more influence on individuals' shopping habits is because of generation-specific fashion and trends. Each age group belongs to a specific fashion and trend, which exerts enormous influence on their shopping habits. In simple words, particular lifestyles and preferences evolve as people age. This in turn creates a profound impact on their shopping habits. In consequence, individuals from different age groups put emphasis on different priorities while making a decision on purchase. Someone in their 20s, for example, may give more focus on fashionable or trendy clothes, while someone in their 40s gives a high priority on quality and durability. Another compelling reason why shopping habits are largely formed by age is technological adaptability. Age can also deeply influence shopping habits through technological adaptability. That is to say that every generation has its own pace of adoption of technological advances, which also wields influence on building their particular shopping habit. For instance, people who grew up with digital technology tend to buy from online platforms using digital payment methods. They are usually comfortable embracing the latest technologies, like smart home appliances or voice assistant devices, therefore influencing their buying habits. In contrast, older people who may be less comfortable with technology are more likely to purchase from conventional brick-and-mortar stores. To conclude, I believe that age is a more crucial factor in shaping how individuals shop because different age groups have different levels of fashion trends and technological adaptation. Model answer 2. Disagreement. The shopping pattern of individuals is often influenced by various factors, and it is a common belief that age plays a predominant role. However, I disagree with the notion as I believe that other factors, such as income, technological proficiency, and personal preferences, significantly shape how people shop. Firstly, income levels greatly influence shopping habits across all age groups. Regardless of age, individuals with higher incomes have the financial flexibility to purchase luxury items and engage in impulse buying, while those with lower incomes tend to prioritize essential goods and seek discounts. For instance, a young professional earning a high salary might frequently buy designer clothing and dine at upscale restaurants, whereas an individual on a minimum may be more focused on budgeting and purchasing necessities during sales. Despite both being in the same age group, their shopping habit is greatly influenced by their income level. Secondly, technological proficiency is a critical factor that shapes shopping behavior, often outweighing age-related trends. The rise of e-commerce has revolutionized shopping, with tech-savvy individuals, irrespective of their age, preferring online shopping for its convenience and variety. For example, a tech-literate senior citizen might favor online grocery shopping to avoid the physical strain of visiting stores, while a young person with limited internet access might rely more on traditional shopping methods. This shows how technological proficiency greatly influences people's shopping habits. In conclusion, while age can influence shopping habits to some extent, other factors such as income and technological proficiency play more significant roles. These elements collectively shape an individual's shopping behavior, making it inaccurate to attribute it primarily to the age group.
Question: Some people think that the best way to get the news is through newspapers while others think it is through online media. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 150 words. Model answer 1. It is argued by some that newspapers are the best source of receiving news while others believe that online media is better. While online news platforms can disseminate information instantly, I argue that print media is the best way to obtain authentic news. Some argue that online media is the best medium for getting news. This is because online platforms broadcast news instantaneously, allowing readers to access and obtain information as it happens. Put simply, individuals can get breaking news through online media outlets, keeping themselves abreast of the latest developments. This instantaneity is particularly advantageous in rapidly unfolding events, such as war, natural disasters, or global crises. A case in point is X, formerly known as Twitter, a social media platform. It provides real-time updates on the Russia-Ukraine war. Despite this, I would argue that newspapers are a far better medium to have news. Others, however, say that print media are a better medium to get news because of their credibility and trust, unlike online platforms such as Facebook, which often contribute to the spread of misinformation due to the lack of authentic sources to obtain information. Newspapers typically employ trained journalists who are expected to cross-check information, verify facts, and present unbiased reporting. This adherence to professional journalistic standards helps to ensure that news reported in newspapers is trustworthy. For example, the New York Times has a long history of upholding professional journalism standards, contributing to the authenticity of its reporting. For this reason, I think that newspapers are the best source of getting news. To conclude, although many prefer online media when getting news, this essay, after weighing both views, finds that newspapers are a better option to obtain news due to their trustworthiness and professional journalists. Sample answer 2. It is argued by many that newspapers are the best means to receive news, while others feel that other media sources are better platforms to get the news. Although print media can offer in-depth news, I contend that digital news outlets are the better source to receive news about current affairs as they provide real-time news updates. Some claim that traditional print media is the best source of learning news, offering in-depth reporting on different topics and events. They argue that it allows journalists to research extensively and delve into complex issues, thus providing readers with detailed context. Put simply, newspapers dedicate adequate space for feature stories, in-depth articles, and op-ed page articles so the readers can deepen their understanding of complicated issues. Print newspapers, for example, often practice investigative journalism so as to probe into corruption scandals that exert tremendous influence on policy reviews. Despite this, I would argue that digital mediums are better platforms for news consumption. Others argue that other media sources are better options due to the fact that they offer audiences real-time updates. Digital news platforms, for example, online news portals, social media and news apps utilize content aggregators to obtain information from different sources in real time. In addition to this, the media provide viewers with live streaming or live reporting, in which journalists continually offer the latest updates with new insights as it unfolds. For instance, platforms like Facebook Live are used to broadcast real-time footage of breaking news events. For these reasons, I think that other forms of news platforms prove to be better options to obtain news. To reiterate, although many prefer print newspapers because of their extensive reporting, this essay finds that digital news mediums are better at learning news because of their ability to provide live coverage of breaking news events.
Sample answer 3. The debate over the most effective medium for staying informed about different local and international events has intensified in the digital age, with some advocating for traditional newspapers while others favor newer forms of media. This essay will examine both perspectives and opine that traditional newspapers are far better sources as they offer authentic and in-depth news. On the one hand, proponents of online news websites and social media argue that these mediums offer greater immediacy, accessibility, and diversity of perspectives. With smartphones and digital devices becoming ubiquitous, people can access news updates instantly from anywhere with an internet connection. Furthermore, social media platforms allow individuals to engage with news stories, share opinions, and participate in discussions, creating a more interactive and dynamic news experience. For instance, breaking news stories often unfold on Twitter, where users can follow live updates and contribute to the conversation through tweets and retweets. On the contrary, supporters of printed newspapers argue that they offer in-depth coverage, analysis, and credibility that other media platforms may lack. Newspapers often employ professional journalists who adhere to journalistic standards of accuracy and objectivity, providing readers with comprehensive and well-researched reports on current events. Additionally, the physical format of newspapers allows readers to engage with the news at their own pace, without the distractions often present in digital media. For example, individuals may enjoy starting their day with a cup of coffee and a printed newspaper, savoring the tactile experience and depth of coverage offered by traditional print journalism. In my opinion, while digital media platforms and social media offer unique advantages in terms of immediacy and interactivity, they lack authenticity and reliability. This is why I favor the idea that newspapers are by far the best media to get news. To conclude, individuals need to get news from reliable and authentic sources. From this perspective, newspapers are still the best way to get local and international news. Question. Some people think that employers should focus on the personal qualities of potential job seekers instead of their academic qualifications and experience. To what extent do you agree with this opinion? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. Disagreement. Some people point out that employers ought to put emphasis on the personal attributes of prospective job candidates rather than their academic credentials and experience. I strongly disagree with this view and believe that academic qualifications and experience suggest that the candidates have job-specific skills and knowledge. Academic qualifications refer to the evidence that a candidate has knowledge and competence in a particular field of study. This means that the job seeker has attained a foundational comprehension of the subject matter and has acquired necessary skills through assignments, coursework, and exams. This suggests that the individual possesses the knowledge and skills to perform well in the role. A software development firm seeking to appoint a programmer, for instance, may put more focus on a job applicant with a computer science degree. The degree demonstrates the fact that the candidate has acquired a certain level of programming languages, algorithms, and competencies required for the job. Likewise, individuals gain experience through internships and part-time or full-time jobs, allowing them to apply their academic knowledge in real-world settings. People, in fact, develop practical competencies,
problem-solving skills, and a comprehension of workplace dynamics through experience. Therefore, an experienced candidate has more practical ability, knowledge, and skills than his counterparts. For example, in the field of software development, a company recruiting developers may prioritize job applicants who possess relevant coding experience. The experience indicates their practical knowledge of how to carry out coding projects. In conclusion, I believe that academic credentials and practical experience are important when it comes to hiring a candidate for a job because academic qualifications prove that the candidates have a certain level of knowledge and skills pertinent to the job, while experience showcases their ability to apply theoretical knowledge in real-world settings. Model answer 2. Disagreement. Some suggest that employers should prioritize personal qualities over academic qualifications and experience when hiring someone. Personally, I do not agree with hiring someone solely based on personal quality and soft skills as it can negatively impact job performance and workplace dynamics. To begin with, academic qualifications and experience provide a foundation of knowledge and technical skills that are indispensable for many positions. Formal education ensures that candidates possess the theoretical understanding necessary for their roles, while experience demonstrates their ability to apply this knowledge in practical settings. For example, in fields such as engineering, medicine, and law, specialized training and a track record of relevant experience are crucial for ensuring competence and adherence to professional standards. Without these qualifications, the risk of errors and inefficiency increases, potentially leading to serious consequences. Moreover, hiring someone solely based on personal qualities may decrease output and negatively affect workplace dynamics because it can lead to a mismatch between the individual's capabilities and the technical demands of the job. Personal attributes like charisma and communication skills are important, but without the requisite knowledge and technical proficiency, an employee may struggle to perform essential tasks efficiently. For example, in a software development company, hiring a candidate solely for their teamwork and problem-solving abilities without considering their coding skills could result in subpar project outcomes and increased workload for other team members who must compensate for the skill gap. In conclusion, while personal qualities are important, they should not overshadow the value of academic qualifications and experience when hiring someone. Therefore, I disagree with the idea that hiring someone should be based on personal qualities.
Question. Some people believe that the academic success of students depends on good teachers at schools. Others think that it depends on the attitude and determination of the students. Discuss both these views and give your opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. While some people opine that the academic excellence of students is determined by good mentors at schools, others believe that students' academic success is a matter of their attitude and willpower. This essay will outline both perspectives and assert that while a good teacher can provide effective lessons, it is ultimately a student's positive mindset and will which determine his or her academic success. Those in favor of adept teachers for learners' academic excellence argue that good tutors play the most important role in students' academic success. That is to say that they deliver effective lectures so that students have a deep comprehension of the subject matter, helping them to acquire better grades. For example, a recent study shows that if teachers break down complex concepts, give clear explanations and provide relevant examples, students' grades increase by 30%. Proponents of learners' determination and hard work for better academic performance say that the blend of attitude and determination contributes to their academic success. Positive attitude and firm determination generate pupils' motivation, driving them to succeed academically. Put simply, when students possess a positive mindset and resolve, they are more likely to put in a great deal of effort in order to pursue educational goals. For instance, a student who is determined to acquire high grades in examinations may be more likely to dedicate hours to studying, completing assignments, and so on. Besides, no matter how competent a teacher is, if the pupil lacks the required motivation to pursue good grades, nothing can help them. For these reasons, I think students' attitude and determination exceeds all other factors in importance in pursuit of academic success. To conclude, although good teachers provide students with effective lectures, A student's attitude and determination towards learning are ultimately the principal contributors to his or her academic outcome and achievements. Model answer 2. The factors contributing to students' academic success have long been a topic of heated debate. Some argue that good teachers are the key to academic achievement, while others believe that students' attitudes and determination play a more significant role. This essay will discuss both viewpoints and present an opinion that a combination of good teachers and student determination is essential for academic success. Proponents of the importance of good teachers argue that educators are instrumental in shaping students' learning experiences and outcomes. Effective teachers not only impart knowledge but also inspire and motivate students to reach their full potential. They employ innovative teaching methods, provide individualized attention, and create a supportive learning environment. For example, a teacher who recognizes a student's unique strengths and weaknesses can tailor their instruction to meet that student's specific needs, thereby enhancing their understanding and retention of the material. Good teachers can also ignite a passion for learning, making students more engaged and interested in their studies. On the other hand, those who emphasize the importance of students' attitudes and determination argue that intrinsic motivation is the primary driver of academic success. A student's commitment to their education, their willingness to put in the necessary effort, and their persistence in the face of challenges are crucial determinants of their performance. For instance, a highly motivated student who is dedicated to their studies is likely to excel, even in the absence of exceptional teaching. This perspective highlights the idea that no matter how skilled a teacher may be, without the student's active participation and effort, academic success is unlikely. In my opinion, both good teachers and student determination are essential for academic success. While effective teachers can provide the guidance, support, and resources necessary for learning, students must also be motivated and committed to their education to fully benefit from these opportunities. In conclusion, good teachers can inspire and guide students, while students' motivation and hard work are necessary to achieve their academic goals. Therefore, the synergy between dedicated teachers and determined students creates an optimal learning environment where academic achievement can thrive. Model answer 3. The academic success of students is a multifaceted issue that has been the subject of debate among educators, parents, and policymakers. Some argue that the quality of teachers is the most crucial factor in determining students' academic outcomes, while others believe that the attitude and willpower of learners are more important. In this essay, I will discuss both perspectives and opine that a combination of both can ensure better academic performance by students. On the other hand, some contend that the mindset and perseverance of the students play the most significant role in their academic performance. This perspective emphasizes the importance of students' aspirations, self-motivation, and resilience. Students who are determined to succeed are likely to put in the necessary effort to overcome challenges, seek out additional resources when needed, and persist in their studies despite obstacles. It is evident that only a few learners from a classroom do excellent academically, and the rest fail to reach the same level despite having the same teachers teaching them. This is because those top few have put in additional effort and have aspirations to succeed. On the other hand, those who support the view that good teachers are the most important aspect of academic success for learners point out that teachers can motivate their students, deliver lectures that are interesting and interactive, and can inspire learners in a way that paves the path to the young learner's academic success. It is undeniable that young learners need the motivation to study, learn, and perform well in exams, and a good teacher has a great contribution to help them achieve it. Teachers have an even greater influence on students than their parents, and they can use this advantage to motivate learners to study and learn the way they should be. Moreover, they can customize their lessons to help all pupils in a classroom to make the topic easy to understand. In my opinion, both viewpoints have merit, and in reality, academic success is likely influenced by a combination of both factors. Effective teaching can ignite a student's passion for learning and provide the guidance necessary to achieve academic goals. Simultaneously, a student's personal drive and work ethic are essential for taking advantage of educational opportunities and for personal growth. In conclusion, while both elements are essential, the synergy between dedicated teachers and motivated students creates the most conducive environment for academic success. Some people say that young people should be encouraged to leave home when they become adults, while others claim it is better if they remain with their family. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model Answer 1. It is asserted by many that young adults ought to be motivated to leave home once they grow up, while others think it better to stay with their family. This essay will explore both perspectives. Personally, I believe that although young adults who stay away from family develop self-dependence and other life skills, staying with family is more important because it ensures financial stability and better family relationships. Those who argue in favor of young adults living independently away from home believe that it helps them acquire independence and essential life skills. Living independently, put simply, requires managing house chores, financing, and other daily responsibilities. Consequently, young people can learn essential life skills that contribute to their maturity and personal growth. A young adult who leaves his parents' home, for instance, needs to learn how to draw up a budget, pay bills, and adhere to that budget. On the contrary, proponents of young adults staying with family argue that it gives them financial stability and strengthens family bonds. Without a doubt, families can provide a financial safety net for young adults, allowing them to save money on rent, utilities, and other living expenses by sharing the expenses with their family. This financial support can allow them to invest in their education and personal growth, or save for their future goals. For example, a youngster who is pursuing tertiary education may choose to remain with his family to lighten the financial burden of apartment rent or other household expenditures. Moreover, young adults who stay with their families are more likely to take responsibility when their parents get older. The constant interactions with family members keep them close-knit, and it helps create a better societal practice in which family comes first. I therefore believe that a young adult staying at home is far better than leaving their home. In conclusion, although staying away from home after reaching adulthood can help them develop self-reliance and other life skills, it is evident that staying at home provides them with financial stability and better family ties, which proves to be far more beneficial. Model Answer 2. Whether young adults should be motivated to leave home or remain with their families is a controversial issue. Some argue that leaving home fosters independence and personal growth, while others believe that staying with family provides crucial support during the early stages of adulthood. This essay will discuss both perspectives and present the opinion that encouraging young adults to leave home can be beneficial for their development. Proponents of encouraging young people to leave home argue that it promotes self-reliance and maturity. By living independently, young adults must manage their finances, household chores, and time, which equips them with essential life skills. For example, those who move out for university or work learn to budget their expenses, cook for themselves, and balance their professional and personal lives. These experiences can accelerate their transition into responsible and capable adults, better prepared to face future challenges. On the other hand, some believe that young adults should remain with their families for longer periods to benefit from emotional and financial support. Living at home can alleviate the stress associated with the high costs of housing, education, and other living expenses. Moreover, the familial environment can provide a strong support system, fostering emotional stability and guidance during critical decision-making phases. For instance, young adults who live with their families might find it easier to save money for future investments, such as buying a house or starting a business, without the immediate pressure of financial independence. While both perspectives have merit, I believe that encouraging young adults to leave home is generally more advantageous. It not only helps them develop essential life skills but also encourages personal growth and resilience. In conclusion, while staying with family offers certain benefits, such as financial and emotional support, the advantages of leaving home, such as fostering independence and personal growth, are more compelling. Therefore, I support the notion that young adults should be encouraged to leave home when they reach adulthood.
In many societies, there is a growing emphasis on individualism, with people prioritizing their personal goals and desires over collective interests. Why is this so? Is this a positive or negative development? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. View, negative trend. Individualism seems to be on the rise in many parts of the world, where individuals give high priority to their personal objectives and aspirations over the common good. This essay will discuss why capitalism is the primary cause of this growing phenomenon, and then explain that it is a negative development because it brings about income inequality and social stratification. Capitalism lays great emphasis on private property rights, freedom and the pursuit of self-interest. It acknowledges individuals as independent actors who can make choices and pursue their goals on their own. This stress on individualism encourages individuals to take part in cutthroat competition so as to climb up the social ladder. A case in point is the United States of America. The capitalist country promotes an individualistic society where people compete with each other to ascend the social ladder. Capitalism thus fosters individualism through fierce competition. The increasing importance of individualism contributes to inequality and social stratification. That is to say, the urge to acquire personal achievement in an individualist society can aggravate income disparity and social division. When people focus exclusively on their own success, those who are underprivileged may be left behind. This, in turn, leads to the accumulation of wealth and power in the hands of a few elites. Take the USA for an example, which promotes individualistic values. The country experiences enormous income disparity, with a small group of elites possessing a large portion of the wealth. To conclude, capitalism is the root cause of this growing emphasis on individualistic values as it encourages individuals to compete with one another in order to realize personal ambition and aspiration, and I think this is a negative development because it enhances disparity and social stratification. Model answer 2. View, negative trend. In many societies, nowadays, there is an increasing focus on individualism, with people prioritizing their individual goals and demands over communal interests. This shift can be attributed to several factors, and its implications are subject to debate. This essay will explore the reasons behind this trend and assert that it is a negative development. One primary reason for the rise of individualism is the influence of economic and social changes. In today's globalized world, there is a strong focus on personal achievement and self-reliance, driven by competitive job markets and the pursuit of career advancement. Additionally, the proliferation of digital technology and social media has reinforced individualistic values by promoting self-expression and personal branding. For instance, platforms like Instagram and TikTok enable users to showcase their talents, lifestyles, and opinions to a global audience, often leading to significant personal recognition and opportunities rather than collective benefits. I believe that this trend has significant challenges and therefore, I consider it as a negative development. Individualism can lead to social fragmentation and a weakening of communal bonds. For example, people who prioritize their own interests may become less inclined to engage in collective activities or support communal initiatives, leading to a decline in social cohesion. Moreover, excessive individualism can exacerbate inequality, as those who are more privileged can advance their goals more effectively than those with fewer resources, thereby widening the socio-economic divide. In conclusion, the growing emphasis on individualism in modern societies is driven by economic, social, and technological factors. While individualism can foster personal growth and innovation, it carries severe risks of social fragmentation and inequality. Therefore, it is, in my personal opinion, a negative development. In many societies, there is a growing emphasis on sustainable living and reducing environmental impact. What are the challenges of adopting a sustainable lifestyle? What practical actions can individuals take to contribute to sustainability? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer 1. Many communities are increasingly putting emphasis on sustainable ways of living and minimizing carbon footprints. This essay will first discuss how the initial cost of adoption and consumer culture are the main challenges of embracing a net-zero lifestyle, and then outline how the mantra of reduce, reuse and recycle, and responsible consumption patterns contribute to adopting a sustainable lifestyle. One of the real challenges people face in their pursuit of a green lifestyle is the high primary cost of adoption. That is to say that sustainable technologies and appliances are more expensive than their traditional counterparts. This cost barrier dissuades individuals from embracing an environmentally friendly lifestyle. Installing clean energy systems, such as solar panels or geothermal heating systems, for example, often requires substantial upfront costs, making it difficult for individuals to make sustainable choices. Moreover, consumerism is another major barrier. Deeply ingrained consumer habits place great emphasis on the pursuit of material possessions as a means of fulfillment, presenting a huge challenge to the shift towards a green lifestyle. However, people can adopt a sustainable lifestyle by embracing the mantra of reduce, reuse, and recycle. In simple words, individuals ought to cut down on unnecessary consumption, opt for durable products, repair gadgets instead of buying new ones, and use recycled items. For instance, we can buy products made with recycled paper or plastic, like bin liners, kitchen paper or toilet tissue, as well as contribute to the recycling process whenever possible. Individuals can also make attempts to achieve energy efficiency. They should use energy-efficient electrical appliances, turn off lights when not in use, and unplug appliances in order to conserve energy, therefore reducing carbon emissions. To conclude, the primary cost of shifting to a sustainable lifestyle and consumer culture are the main barriers to adopting an eco-friendly lifestyle. However, individuals can contribute to sustainability by embracing the mantra of reduce, reuse and recycle, and responsible consumption habits. Model answer 2. In numerous societies today, the focus on sustainable living and decreasing environmental impact is gaining momentum. However, adopting a sustainable lifestyle poses significant challenges. This essay will discuss these challenges and propose practical actions individuals can take to contribute to sustainability. One of the primary challenges in adopting a sustainable lifestyle is the ingrained habits and convenience of modern living. For instance, the reliance on single-use plastics, fast fashion, and fossil fuels is deeply embedded in daily routines, making it difficult for individuals to transition to more sustainable alternatives. The lack of infrastructure and support for sustainable practices, such as recycling facilities and public transportation, further complicates efforts to live sustainably. Additionally, the initial cost of sustainable products, such as organic foods, energy-efficient appliances, and electric vehicles, can be prohibitive for many people. Despite these challenges, there are several practical actions individuals can take to promote sustainability. Firstly, reducing waste is a crucial step. Individuals can practice the 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle. For example, opting for reusable shopping bags, water bottles, and containers can significantly cut down on plastic waste. Secondly, conserving energy is essential. Simple actions like switching to LED bulbs, unplugging devices when not in use, and utilizing energy-efficient appliances can reduce energy consumption. Furthermore, individuals can adopt more sustainable transportation methods. Walking, cycling, carpooling, and using public transport can reduce carbon emissions. For those who drive, maintaining vehicles to ensure optimal fuel efficiency and considering the transition to electric or hybrid cars can also make a substantial difference. In conclusion, while adopting a sustainable lifestyle presents challenges such as changing ingrained habits, high costs, and inadequate infrastructure, practical actions like reducing waste and conserving energy can significantly contribute to sustainability. By making conscious choices and advocating for systemic changes, individuals can play a pivotal role in fostering a more sustainable future. Some people say that having more money and less free time is better than earning less money and having more free time. Do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Model answer 1. it is a widely debated topic whether having more money but less free time is preferable to earning less money but having more free time. In this essay, I will argue against this notion, contending that having more free time is ultimately more valuable, even if it means having a lower income. Firstly, it is essential to consider the importance of work-life balance in today's fast-paced world. People who prioritize making more money often find themselves trapped in demanding jobs that consume their time and energy, leaving little room for personal growth, relationships, or leisure activities. This imbalance can lead to stress, burnout, and a decreased quality of life. In contrast, individuals who have more free time can pursue their interests, spend quality moments with loved ones, and maintain a healthier work-life balance. Furthermore, one must acknowledge the intangible benefits of having more free time. Time is a finite resource, and as the saying goes, money can't buy time. Having the freedom to pursue hobbies, travel, or engage in personal development can lead to a more fulfilling and enriched life. In contrast, a sole focus on accumulating wealth can result in a narrow, materialistic existence that may not ultimately bring happiness or contentment. For instance, consider two individuals, one who works long hours in a high-paying job but rarely has time for family or personal interests, and another who earns a modest income but enjoys flexible working hours and ample free time. The latter individual may have a happier and more balanced life, even though their income is lower. In conclusion, while financial stability is undeniably important, the pursuit of wealth at the expense of free time and life experiences may lead to a less satisfying and fulfilling life. Having more free time allows individuals to focus on personal growth, relationships, and life's simple pleasures, which are invaluable aspects of a well-rounded and meaningful life. Sample answer 2. Whether it is better to have a huge sum of money and less free time or less money and more available time is a complex topic with valid arguments on both sides of the issue. Personally, I disagree with the statement that it is better to have more money and less free time. I believe that having more free time is more important than having more money. One compelling reason why I disagree with this view is that money cannot buy happiness. There are many things that are more important to a person's well-being than money, such as good health, strong relationships, and meaningful experiences which in fact, could be achieved when people have a work-life balance and more available free time. For example, a study by Harvard University found that people who have strong social relationships are more likely to live longer and healthier lives than those who do not. Another study found that people who volunteer their time are happier and more satisfied with their lives than those who do not. Another tantalizing reason I disagree with this view is that having more free time allows people to pursue their passions and interests. This can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. For example, a person who loves to travel may not be able to do so if they are working long hours. However, if they have more free time, they can save up for their dream vacation and spend time exploring new places. In conclusion, I believe that having more free time is more important than having more money. Money cannot buy happiness or fulfillment, and it can actually lead to stress and anxiety if it is not managed wisely. Free time, on the other hand, allows people to pursue their passions, spend time with loved ones, and simply enjoy life. Question. Research indicates that children who start reading earlier in life perform better later on in their school studies. How important are early reading skills in a child's academic performance? What other preschool factors, in your opinion, influence a child's later academic achievements? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. Early reading skills play a pivotal role in shaping a child's academic performance in later years, and research consistently highlights their importance. This essay delves into the significance of early reading skills in a child's academic journey and explores additional preschool factors that can influence their future academic achievements. To begin, early reading skills are undeniably crucial for a child's academic success. Proficiency in reading not only serves as the foundation for comprehending various subjects but also fosters critical thinking and problem-solving abilities. Children who start reading earlier tend to develop stronger vocabulary, comprehension, and cognitive skills, enabling them to excel in subjects that require reading as a fundamental skill, such as literature, science, and social studies. For instance, a child who can read fluently is better equipped to understand complex science textbooks or historical documents, giving them a significant advantage in academic pursuits. However, academic performance is not solely determined by early reading skills. Several other preschool factors can profoundly impact a child's future achievements. One such factor is a nurturing and stimulating learning environment. Preschoolers thrive in environments where they are encouraged to explore, ask questions, and engage in hands-on learning experiences. Effective teaching methods, supportive parents, and access to educational resources also contribute significantly to a child's academic development. Moreover, a child's socioeconomic background and family support systems can influence their access to quality education, extracurricular activities, and additional learning opportunities, all of which shape their academic trajectory. In conclusion, early reading skills are undeniably important for a child's academic performance, providing them with a strong foundation for future studies. However, other preschool factors, including a nurturing learning environment, effective teaching methods, family support, and socioeconomic factors, also play a crucial role in determining a child's later academic achievements. Question. Nowadays, the traditions and customs relating to the food we eat and the way we eat are changing. Why is this happening? Do you think this kind of change is positive or negative? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Model answer. In contemporary times, the traditions and customs associated with our dietary choices and eating habits are undergoing significant transformations. These transformations can be attributed to several interconnected factors. While these changes hold both positive and negative aspects, I firmly believe that, on balance, they offer substantial benefits. One primary driver of these shifts is globalization. The modern world is more interconnected than ever before, with people from diverse cultures and backgrounds frequently interacting. This interaction has led to a cross-pollination of culinary traditions and the incorporation of new ingredients and cooking techniques into local diets. For instance, the popularity of sushi, originally from Japan, has soared in Western countries, showcasing the global exchange of culinary practices. Moreover, changing lifestyles and demographics have also played a pivotal role in altering food customs. Urbanization, hectic work schedules, and the rise of single-person households have led to increased demand for convenience foods and dining out. Consequently, traditional family meals may become less frequent, potentially diminishing cultural food rituals associated with communal dining. While these transformations pose challenges to the preservation of some food traditions, they also offer several advantages. The fusion of culinary practices from different cultures can enrich the gastronomic landscape, providing individuals with a wider array of flavors and culinary experiences. Moreover, the embrace of convenience foods can enhance efficiency in our fast-paced lives. In conclusion, the evolving traditions and customs related to food are driven by globalization, changing lifestyles, and demographic shifts. While these changes may sometimes challenge the preservation of certain cultural food practices, they also bring opportunities for culinary enrichment and greater convenience. Overall, these transformations reflect the dynamic nature of our society and can be viewed as a positive adaptation to our evolving world.
Today, more and more parents depend on their children's grandparents for childcare. Do you think this is a positive or a negative trend? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Model answer 1. In contemporary society, there is a growing trend of parents relying on their children's grandparents for childcare. This essay argues that this trend is a negative development, highlighting the potential drawbacks associated with such dependency. Firstly, the increasing dependence on grandparents for childcare can have adverse effects on the older generation's health and well-being. Many grandparents are already in their senior years, and taking on the responsibility of looking after young children can be physically and mentally demanding. This can lead to exhaustion, stress, and even health issues, as they may struggle to keep up with the energy levels and demands of young children. For instance, a recent study found that grandparents who provided regular childcare were more likely to report increased levels of stress and fatigue, which could have long-term implications for their overall health. Secondly, the reliance on grandparents for childcare can strain intergenerational relationships within families. While grandparents may be willing to help, the continuous burden of childcare can lead to feelings of resentment and strain on these relationships. Over time, the expectation that grandparents will always be available for childcare can lead to conflicts and emotional stress, potentially weakening family bonds. For example, a survey conducted in 2020 revealed that a significant number of grandparents felt obligated to provide childcare, even when they had other personal commitments or health issues, leading to tension within their families. In conclusion, the growing trend of parents depending on their children's grandparents for childcare is a negative development. It can have adverse effects on the health and well-being of grandparents and strain family relationships. Therefore, it is essential to consider alternative childcare solutions that can balance the needs of both generations more effectively. Sample answer 2. In many countries, it is common for working parents to rely on their parents or in-laws to take care of their young children. While some people may argue that this is a beneficial arrangement for both the grandparents and the grandchildren, I believe this is a negative trend that has several drawbacks. One of the main reasons why I believe this trend is negative is because it creates a lot of stress and burden for elderly grandparents. They may have their own health issues, financial problems, or personal interests that they need to attend to. Taking care of young children can be physically and mentally exhausting, especially if they have to do it on a regular basis. So, grandparents may not be able to cope with the demands and challenges of raising children in the modern world. For example, they may not be familiar with the latest educational methods, technologies, or safety standards. Another reason this is a negative development is that it can affect the quality of the relationship between the parents and their children. Parents may miss out on important milestones, events, or experiences in their children's lives. They may not be able to bond with their children as much as they would like to. They may also lose some authority or respect from their children, who may see their grandparents as their primary caregivers. Finally, parents may have conflicts or disagreements with their children's grandparents over how to raise their children. They may have different values, beliefs, or expectations that can cause friction or misunderstanding. In conclusion, I think that depending on grandparents for childcare is a negative trend that should be avoided if possible. It can put too much pressure on the grandparents, who may not be able to provide the best care for the children. It can also weaken the connection between the parents and their children, and create conflicts with their parents. Question: some experts believe that when a country is already rich, any additional increase in economic wealth does not make its citizens any more satisfied. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: many people assert that when a country is already affluent, further increases in economic wealth do not necessarily lead to greater satisfaction among its citizens. I tend to agree with this opinion, and in this essay, I will delve into the reasons supporting this viewpoint. To begin with, once a nation reaches a certain level of economic prosperity, the correlation between wealth and happiness tends to weaken significantly. Research has shown that beyond a certain income threshold that fulfills basic needs and provides a reasonable standard of living, the pursuit of additional wealth does not correspond to a commensurate increase in overall life satisfaction. This is often referred to as the satiation point, where people experience diminishing returns on their happiness from accumulating more wealth. A study conducted in several developed countries found that individuals who earned above a certain income threshold reported only marginal gains in their life satisfaction as their income increased further. Moreover, the pursuit of relentless economic growth in already affluent countries can come at the expense of other critical aspects of well-being, such as social cohesion, work-life balance, and environmental sustainability. The prioritization of economic growth above all else can lead to increased stress, longer working hours, and a greater sense of insecurity, which can negatively impact citizens' overall quality of life. For instance, in some highly developed nations, the emphasis on economic growth has led to work cultures characterized by long hours, limited vacation time, and a lack of job security, contributing to stress and reduced life satisfaction. In conclusion, I concur with the notion that in wealthy countries, the relentless pursuit of economic growth may not significantly enhance citizens' overall satisfaction. Beyond a certain point, the benefits of increased wealth may become marginal, while the negative consequences, such as reduced work-life balance, can erode well-being. Question: when new towns are planned, it is important to build more public parks and sports facilities rather than shopping centers for people to spend their time in. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the planning of new towns is a critical undertaking that sets the foundation for a community's development and the quality of life it offers to its residents. In this regard, I wholeheartedly agree that a greater emphasis should be placed on constructing public parks and sports facilities rather than prioritizing shopping centers. This essay will expound on the reasons behind this perspective. Firstly, the provision of ample public parks and sports facilities contributes significantly to the physical and mental well-being of the residents. These spaces serve as venues for exercise, recreation, and social interaction. For instance, a well-maintained park provides an environment for people of all ages to engage in various physical activities, from jogging and yoga to team sports. Such activities not only promote a healthier lifestyle but also foster a sense of community and belonging among the residents. Secondly, public parks and sports facilities play a pivotal role in enhancing overall aesthetics and ambiance of a town. Lush green spaces, well-designed playgrounds, and sports fields create an inviting and pleasant environment for residents to enjoy. This not only adds to the town's aesthetic appeal but also contributes to a higher quality of life for its inhabitants. On the other hand, an overemphasis on shopping centers may lead to congestion, increased traffic, and a more commercialized atmosphere, which could detract from the town's overall livability. In conclusion, prioritization of public parks and sports facilities while planning for new towns is paramount for fostering a healthier, more vibrant, and cohesive community. By creating spaces that facilitate physical activity, recreation, and social interaction, towns can promote the well-being and happiness of their residents. This approach ensures that the development of new towns aligns with the broader goal of enhancing the overall quality of life for its inhabitants. Question: some people think that teachers should be able to ask disruptive children to leave the class for the overall benefit of the classroom. Do you think it is the best way to deal with a disruptive child in the classroom? What other solutions are there? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: addressing disruptive student behavior in the classroom is a complex issue that requires careful consideration of various approaches. While some advocate for the option of teachers asking disruptive children to leave the class for the overall benefit of the learning environment, I believe that it is not the best way to deal with the issue. It is important to explore alternative solutions that promote a more inclusive and constructive educational experience. Many support removing disorderly and troublemaking students from the class because they believe it can help maintain a conducive learning environment for other students and teach disruptive pupils a lesson. While this can be considered a temporary solution, it is not a viable and excellent solution in the long term, let alone the best resolution. This way, many learners would be deprived of their opportunity to learn and also become apathetic about school and teachers. One potential alternative is implementing proactive classroom management strategies. These techniques involve establishing clear expectations for behavior, providing consistent feedback, and creating a supportive learning environment. For instance, teachers can employ positive reinforcement systems to acknowledge and reward good behavior, which encourages a positive classroom culture. Additionally, setting up structured routines and engaging lessons can help prevent disruptions and keep students focused on their studies. Another effective approach is providing targeted support for students with behavioral challenges. This may involve working closely with parents, school counselors, and specialized educators to develop individualized behavior intervention plans. These plans can identify triggers for disruptive behavior and implement strategies to address them. In conclusion, while the option of asking disruptive children to leave the class may be viewed as a temporary measure, it is essential to explore alternative solutions that promote a supportive and inclusive learning environment. Proactive classroom management strategies and targeted support are just a few examples of approaches that can contribute to a more constructive educational experience for all students. Question: nowadays, managers and team leaders in different organizations are much younger compared to the past. What are the reasons for it? Is it a positive or negative development? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: in contemporary times, it has become increasingly common to observe younger individuals occupying managerial and leadership positions within various organizations. This trend is underpinned by several factors and carries mostly positive implications. One prominent reason for the prevalence of younger managers and team leaders is the rapid pace of technological advancement. In today's digital age, proficiency in technology and an understanding of the latest trends are critical for organizational success. Younger generations, having grown up in a technology-immersed environment, tend to possess a natural aptitude for leveraging these tools effectively. Their familiarity with digital platforms and innovative solutions often makes them attractive candidates for leadership roles. Another contributing factor is the evolving nature of workplaces and organizational structures. With the advent of startups and entrepreneurial ventures, there is a growing demand for leaders who can adapt swiftly to change, think creatively, and take calculated risks. Younger managers often embody these qualities, as they are less tethered to conventional methods and more open to experimentation, which aligns with the modern business landscape's demands. The shift towards younger leadership can be viewed as a positive development in many respects. Younger managers often bring fresh perspectives, energy, and a greater propensity for innovation to organizations. Their ability to connect with younger employees can foster a dynamic work environment and enhance employee engagement. Moreover, they are often more receptive to diverse and inclusive workplace practices, promoting equality and diversity. In conclusion, the rise of younger managers and leaders in organizations is primarily driven by technological advancements and evolving workplace dynamics. Since this trend brings innovations and inclusivity, and employs a technologically sound younger generation, it could primarily be seen as a positive trend in a business and corporate world that is driven by technology. Question: in most science courses at university, there are significantly more male students than female students. What is the reason for this? What could be done to balance out the numbers? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: in numerous science courses offered at the university level, a conspicuous gender imbalance prevails, with a notable overrepresentation of male students compared to their female counterparts. This gender disparity can be attributed to various factors and can be mitigated through targeted strategies that this essay is going to outline. One prominent reason for the higher number of male students in science courses is the persisting gender stereotypes and societal expectations. Historically, science and technology fields have been traditionally associated with masculinity, which has deterred some females from pursuing scientific disciplines. The prevailing bias can discourage young women from considering science-related careers, leading to fewer female enrollments in these courses. Moreover, the shortage of female role models and mentors in the sciences further compounds the issue. Female students may not find relatable figures within the field who can inspire and guide them, which can hinder their decision to pursue science courses. To address this gender imbalance, several strategies can be implemented. Firstly, educational institutions should actively promote diversity and inclusion in science courses. This includes fostering a welcoming environment where female students feel valued and respected. Additionally, outreach programs should be initiated to engage young girls in science from an early age, challenging stereotypes and showcasing the diverse opportunities available. Furthermore, universities can establish mentorship programs that connect female students with accomplished female scientists. These programs can provide guidance, support, and a sense of belonging, encouraging female students to persist in their scientific pursuits. In conclusion, the significant disparity between male and female students in university science courses is rooted in historical gender biases and a lack of representation. By actively promoting diversity, dispelling stereotypes, and providing mentorship opportunities, we can work towards a more equitable and inclusive future for science education.
Question. Globalization is creating a world with a single culture and destroying national identity in the process. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Model answer. Globalization is undeniably fostering a world characterized by a unified culture, contributing to the erosion of national identities, according to some. This essay concurs with the notion that globalization plays a pivotal role in shaping a homogeneous global culture while diminishing distinctive national identities. One primary reason for supporting this viewpoint is the widespread dissemination of Western cultural values through global media channels. Hollywood movies, popular music, and international fashion trends often reflect Western ideals, influencing societies worldwide. For instance, the dominance of American films and music transcends borders, reaching diverse populations and shaping their cultural preferences. This cultural convergence, driven by globalization, diminishes the uniqueness of national identities. In many countries, people watch Hollywood movies and listen to Western music, which has threatened the local music and movie industries in many cases. Another significant aspect is the rise of multinational corporations that propagate standardized consumer cultures. Global brands promote a uniform set of values and lifestyle choices, leading to the assimilation of preferences across different nations. For example, fast food chains like McDonald's and global fashion brands like Zara promote a standardized consumer experience, diluting traditional local practices and preferences. Due to their widespread presence and popularity, the traditional food and fashion style have lost their appeal and significance. In conclusion, the impact of globalization on creating a singular global culture and undermining national identities is evident through the influence of Western media and the prevalence of global consumer cultures. While globalization has its benefits, such as increased interconnectedness, it is crucial to recognize and address the potential loss of cultural diversity and identity that accompanies this trend. Students are becoming more and more reliant on the Internet. While the Internet is helpful for students, it has many negative effects, and its use for educational purposes should be restricted. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Model answer 1. Agreement. In our rapidly evolving digital era, students are increasingly reliant on the Internet as a pivotal tool in their educational pursuits. While the Internet undeniably provides valuable assistance to students, some view unrestricted access to the Internet for students as a negative thing. I agree with this opinion and believe that its unbridled use can have detrimental effects, necessitating thoughtful restrictions for educational purposes. One compelling reason to advocate for restricting the Internet's use in education is the prevalence of misinformation and the challenge of distinguishing reliable sources. The vast expanse of online content includes both credible and unreliable information, and students, especially young learners, may struggle to discern between them. When they take information from unreliable sources, rather than helping them, the practice may cripple their learning ability. For instance, without proper guidance, students might inadvertently rely on inaccurate data, impacting the quality and integrity of their academic work. Moreover, the Internet's pervasive influence can contribute to a decline in critical thinking skills among students. When students habitually resort to online platforms for immediate answers, the development of analytical thinking and problem-solving abilities may be impeded. For instance, rather than grappling with complex concepts, students might opt for quick online solutions, hindering their capacity for independent and critical thought. In conclusion, while recognizing the Internet's role as a valuable educational tool, I support the idea that its use for academic purposes should be subject to restrictions. By implementing measures such as media literacy education and guidance on reputable sources, educators can empower students to navigate the digital landscape responsibly, fostering a more discerning and critical approach to information consumption. Model Answer 2: Disagreement. In the contemporary educational landscape, students' increasing dependence on the Internet is undeniable. Even though the Internet offers valuable support to students, some suggest its restricted use, citing its negative effects. Personally, I disagree with the notion that its use for educational purposes should be systematically restricted. One primary reason for my disagreement is the unparalleled access to information and learning resources that the Internet provides. Restricting its educational use might hinder students' ability to explore diverse perspectives, cutting them off from a wealth of knowledge available online. For instance, platforms like online libraries, educational websites, and interactive learning tools contribute significantly to a comprehensive and dynamic educational experience. In this digital era, learning from only textbooks is less effective when a plethora of online resources, including interactive resources, help students of all levels learn faster and more effectively. Furthermore, the Internet fosters the development of essential digital skills that are crucial in today's interconnected world. Restricting its educational use may hinder students from acquiring proficiency in online research, digital collaboration, and information literacy, skills that are increasingly vital for success in academic and professional spheres. To cite an example, while applying for a job, computer literacy and skills are vital in this modern career landscape. In conclusion, students should not be restricted from harnessing the Internet's educational potential. The key lies in fostering a conscious and informed approach to Internet use rather than imposing blanket restrictions, ensuring that students can leverage the benefits of the digital age and learn faster and more effectively.
Question: Nowadays both men and women spend a lot of money on beauty care than ever before. What may be the primary reason for this? Is this a positive or negative development? Model answer: in contemporary society, there is an unprecedented surge in the expenditure on beauty care by both men and women. This phenomenon can be attributed to various factors, and its implications on individuals and society at large are subject to diverse interpretations. The primary reason behind the escalating spending on beauty care is the increasing emphasis on personal appearance in today's image-conscious world. Social media, celebrity culture, and the pervasive influence of advertising contribute to the creation of unrealistic beauty standards. As a result, individuals feel compelled to invest in beauty products, treatments, and cosmetic procedures to conform to these ideals and enhance their physical appearance. Whether this trend is a positive or negative development is subjective and hinges on individual perspectives. On the positive side, a heightened focus on beauty care can contribute to improved self-esteem and confidence for those who feel empowered by enhancing their appearance. It can also stimulate economic growth by fueling the beauty and cosmetics industry, creating job opportunities, and driving innovation in beauty-related technologies. Conversely, the excessive pursuit of beauty can have negative consequences. It may foster a culture of comparison and unrealistic expectations, leading to mental health issues such as body dysmorphia and low self-esteem. Moreover, the financial burden of continuous beauty-related expenditures may contribute to economic disparities, with individuals facing pressure to allocate substantial resources to meet societal beauty standards. In conclusion, the surge in spending on beauty care is primarily driven by societal influences and changing beauty standards. While there are positive aspects, such as enhanced self-confidence and economic growth, the negative consequences, including mental health issues and economic disparities, highlight the need for a balanced and nuanced perspective on this evolving trend. Question. Some people think that new houses should be built in the same style as older houses in the local area. Others disagree and say that local authorities should allow people to build houses in the styles of their own choice. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Model answer 1. In the ongoing debate about architectural styles in housing, there are those who argue that new houses should echo the established styles of older houses in the local area, while others contend that homeowners should have the freedom to build houses in styles of their choosing. This essay will delve into both these perspectives. Personally, I firmly advocate the idea that new houses should be constructed in harmony with the architectural heritage of the local area. Opponents of uniformity in housing styles assert that allowing individuals to build houses according to their preferences fosters creativity and diversity in neighborhoods. They argue that this approach can lead to a unique and eclectic urban landscape, reflecting the varied tastes and personalities of the residents. However, this viewpoint may overlook the potential negative impact on the overall visual coherence and historical continuity of a neighborhood. Conversely, adherents to the idea of maintaining a consistent architectural style argue that it preserves the cultural and historical identity of a locality. Constructing new houses in the same style as older ones helps maintain a harmonious aesthetic, preventing disjointed and visually disruptive additions. For instance, historic districts with uniform architecture often attract tourists and contribute to a sense of community pride. Supporting the latter perspective, I believe that building new houses in the same style as older ones fosters a sense of continuity, preserving the unique character and charm of a neighborhood. This approach not only pays homage to the architectural heritage but also ensures a cohesive and visually appealing urban environment. To conclude, in essence, the choice of architectural styles should strike the collective preservation of local identity. Therefore, new houses in a local area should reflect the traditional and architectural styles of the old houses. Model answer 2. While some argue that maintaining architectural continuity enhances the cultural and historical fabric of a locality, others believe that allowing diversity in housing styles fosters individual expression and creativity. This essay will discuss both views. Personally, I advocate for the stance that local authorities should permit individuals to build houses in styles of their own choosing. Proponents of adhering to traditional architectural styles argue that it preserves the character and historical identity of a community. When new houses complement the established styles, they contribute to a visually cohesive and harmonious urban environment. For instance, in historic districts where local authorities mandate uniformity, the result is often a charming and picturesque streetscape that attracts residents and visitors alike. This not only makes the area visually appealing but also boosts the economy by bringing in more tourists. On the other hand, opponents contend that rigid regulations stifling architectural creativity limit the potential for unique and innovative designs. Allowing homeowners to choose their preferred styles encourages diversity and can lead to a more vibrant and dynamic neighborhood. For example, modernist designs or innovative eco-friendly housing might emerge, contributing to a visually diverse and progressive urban landscape. Supporting the perspective that local authorities should permit individuals to build houses in various styles, I believe that fostering architectural diversity allows for a more inclusive and adaptable urban development. In conclusion, the benefits of allowing individuals the freedom to build in styles of their own choice cannot be overlooked. Local authorities should recognize the value of diversity and individual expression in architectural designs. Permitting a range of housing styles fosters a sense of creativity, adaptability, and inclusivity in urban development. Question. Some people say free time activities for children should be decided and organized by parents. Others say that children should be free to choose what they do in their free time. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Model answer 1. In the realm of children's free time activities, a contentious debate revolves around whether parents should dictate and organize these activities or if children should have the autonomy to make their own choices. This essay delves into both perspectives and asserts that parents should play a decisive role in shaping their children's leisure pursuits. On the one hand, proponents of children's autonomy argue that allowing youngsters to choose their free time activities fosters independence and self-discovery. Advocates posit that self-directed activities help children explore their interests, develop decision-making skills, and nurture creativity. For instance, permitting a child to choose between reading a book, engaging in sports, or pursuing a hobby may lead to a more well-rounded and self-aware individual. Conversely, the viewpoint favoring parental guidance and involvement contends that children, particularly in their formative years, benefit from structured and supervised activities. Parents, with their wealth of experience and understanding of their child's capabilities, can curate activities that align with educational and developmental goals. For example, organizing playdates, enrolling children in extracurricular classes, or planning family outings ensures a balanced mix of entertainment, learning, and socialization. In my opinion, it is important to recognize that parents are well positioned to make informed decisions that consider the holistic development of their children. Parental involvement ensures that children engage in a variety of activities that contribute to their physical, mental, and social well-being. Moreover, parents can create an environment that instills values, discipline, and a sense of responsibility, which may be lacking in unguided free time pursuits. In conclusion, while the argument for children's autonomy in free time activities is valid, the essay supports the notion that parents should take an active role in organizing and deciding these activities. Parental guidance provides a structured framework that nurtures holistic development and prepares children for a balanced and fulfilling future. Model answer 2. The question of whether parents should dictate and organize children's free time activities or if children should have the liberty to make their own choices is a subject that elicits diverse opinions. This essay explores both perspectives. In my opinion, however, such freedom is essential for the overall development of children. Supporters of the notion that parents should take charge of organizing and deciding their children's free time activities argue that such guidance is essential for the holistic development and well-being of youngsters. Parents, with their knowledge and understanding of a child's needs, can select activities that align with educational, cultural, or skill-building objectives. For instance, a parent may enroll their child in structured extracurricular activities like music lessons, sports teams, or educational programs, ensuring a well-rounded and purposeful use of free time. On the other hand, proponents of children's autonomy contend that allowing youngsters to choose their free time activities fosters crucial life skills, independence, and self-expression. Permitting children to decide how they spend their leisure hours encourages them to explore their passions, interests, and unique talents. For example, a child engaged in selecting between drawing, playing a musical instrument, or exploring the outdoors gains a sense of autonomy and develops a personalized set of interests that contribute to their identity. Additionally, self-directed activities empower children to make decisions and learn from the consequences of those choices. This builds resilience, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. In conclusion, while acknowledging the benefits of parental guidance, this essay supports the viewpoint that children should be free to choose their free time activities. Such autonomy nurtures essential life skills, encourages self-expression, and contributes to the overall development of children, preparing them to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and resilience.
Question. In many countries, people are consuming more sugar-based drinks than ever before. Why is this happening? What could be done to reduce sugary drink consumption? Model answer. The escalating consumption of sugar-based drinks in numerous nations has become a pressing concern, owing to their adverse health effects. Several factors contribute to this burgeoning trend, including pervasive marketing strategies by beverage companies and ready accessibility of those sugary drinks. Some effective measures can curtail excessive intake of sugary beverages in those nations. Primarily, the pervasive marketing and aggressive advertising strategies employed by the beverage industry play a pivotal role in fueling the increased consumption of sugary drinks. Ubiquitous advertisements, especially targeting the younger demographic through social media, television, and sponsorships, entice consumers with appealing packaging and persuasive branding, thereby fostering a culture of excessive consumption. For instance, the association of sugary drinks with glamour and popularity in marketing campaigns significantly influences consumer preferences, especially among adolescents. Additionally, the ready availability and accessibility of these beverages contribute significantly to their increased intake. The pervasive presence of vending machines, convenience stores, and fast food outlets further facilitates access, making these drinks a convenient choice for consumers, particularly in urban areas where fast-paced lifestyles often dictate dietary choices. To mitigate the rising consumption of sugar-based drinks, multifaceted strategies need implementation. Implementing stringent regulations on marketing aimed at children and adolescents, along with raising awareness about health hazards through public health campaigns, could positively influence consumer choices. Encouraging healthier alternatives by offering subsidies or reduced pricing on healthier beverage options in schools, workplaces, and public spaces could also steer consumers towards making healthier choices. In conclusion, the surge in the consumption of sugar-based drinks is influenced by aggressive marketing tactics and easy accessibility. Addressing this issue demands a concerted effort involving regulatory interventions, public awareness campaigns, and incentivizing healthier choices to effectively curb the adverse impacts of excessive sugary drink consumption on public health. Question: some people say that the best way to teach children to cooperate is through team sports at school. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Model answer: instructing children in the art of cooperation has long been a topic of discussion, with some advocating that team sports at school serve as the optimal method to instill this skill. I firmly support the notion that team sports offer an exceptional platform for teaching children the value of cooperation, and in this essay, I will explain why. To begin with, engaging in team sports provides children with first-hand experience in collaboration and teamwork. Through activities like football, basketball, or volleyball, youngsters learn to coordinate their efforts with teammates, understand the importance of communication, and appreciate the significance of working towards a common goal. For instance, when a football team executes a successful strategy resulting in a goal, it reflects the amalgamation of coordinated efforts and collective cooperation. No other school activity like coursework, homework and exams teach children this skill the way team sports do. Furthermore, team sports instill essential social skills that contribute to effective cooperation. Children learn to empathize, understand different perspectives, and adapt to various personalities within a team setting. This exposure encourages mutual respect, patience, and compromise, fostering an environment conducive to collaboration. For instance, in a cricket team, players from diverse backgrounds work together, learning to respect each other's strengths and limitations. In conclusion, team sports undoubtedly offer an unparalleled platform for teaching children the virtues of cooperation. The direct involvement in team dynamics, learning to work collectively, and acquiring critical social skills collectively contribute to a holistic understanding of cooperation. Consequently, integrating team sports into school curriculums cultivates vital life skills, preparing children for future success in collaborative endeavors. Question: some people believe that to protect local culture, tourism should be banned in some areas, whereas others think that change is inevitable and that banning tourism will have no benefits. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Model answer: preserving local culture amidst the influx of tourism poses a significant dilemma, inviting contrasting perspectives on whether banning tourism in certain areas is a viable solution or if it should be open as changes will ultimately take place. This essay will explore both views. In my opinion, restricting tourism in specific locations is crucial to safeguarding and nurturing the essence of local cultures. On the one hand, proponents argue that change is an inevitable facet of progress and development. They assert that banning tourism in particular areas would not halt the evolution of cultures but merely delay the inevitable. For instance, technological advancements and globalization have significantly altered cultural landscapes worldwide, rendering complete preservation challenging. Such changes took place even in places like Japan, which was closed to foreigners for many decades. Conversely, advocates for banning tourism in select regions emphasize the potential detrimental impact on local cultures due to the commodification and homogenization of traditions. The overwhelming influx of tourists can lead to the exploitation and commercialization of cultural practices, transforming them into mere spectacles for entertainment. The delicate balance between tradition and tourism can be observed in Bali, where excessive tourism has significantly impacted the island's cultural integrity, eroding its authenticity. I align with the viewpoint that restricting tourism in specific areas is essential to protect and sustain local cultures. Controlled access can ensure that cultural practices and traditions remain authentic and are not overshadowed by the commercial interests of tourism. In conclusion, while change is inevitable, safeguarding local cultures from the adverse impacts of mass tourism remains a paramount concern. Selective limitations on tourism in certain areas can serve as a protective shield, preserving the authenticity and richness of indigenous cultures for future generations. Question: the government should spend more money on skills and vocational training for practical work rather than on university education. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the allocation of government funds to either skills and vocational training or university education is a subject of significant debate. While some argue that resources should be primarily directed towards skills and vocational training, I firmly disagree with this viewpoint. This essay will present arguments against this proposition, highlighting the crucial role of university education. First and foremost, it is essential to recognize that university education is not merely about acquiring specialized knowledge but also about fostering critical thinking, creativity, and innovation. Universities provide a holistic learning environment that encourages students to explore various disciplines, enabling them to develop a wide range of skills beyond practical, job-specific training. For example, a student studying history may develop research, analytical, and communication skills that can be applied to various professions, not just history-related roles. Furthermore, universities serve as hubs of research and innovation, contributing to advancements in various fields that benefit society as a whole. Many groundbreaking discoveries and technological innovations have originated from university research. For instance, universities have played a pivotal role in the development of life-saving medical treatments, environmentally sustainable technologies, and revolutionary scientific theories. Finally, technical and specialized universities, often associated with university education, are instrumental in producing highly skilled professionals in various fields. These institutions offer comprehensive programs that nurture engineers, inventors, scientists, artists, and other experts who possess a depth of knowledge and expertise that surpasses what most ordinary vocational training institutes can provide. In conclusion, while skills and vocational training are undeniably valuable for equipping individuals with practical skills, the assertion that the government should allocate more resources to this area at the expense of university education is flawed. Universities offer a broader spectrum of benefits, including fostering critical thinking and driving innovation, which are vital for societal progress. They also create leaders, inventors, engineers, and so on who contribute to the development of the nation. Question: some believe that people are fully responsible for their happiness and they can be happy if they want. Others, however, feel that happiness depends on other factors in their life than just their wishes. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the question of whether individuals are solely responsible for their happiness or if external factors play a significant role has ignited intense debates. This essay will shed some light on both perspectives. In my perspective, while personal mindset and choices contribute to happiness to a great extent, the influence of external circumstances cannot be disregarded. On the one hand, proponents of the viewpoint that individuals are entirely accountable for their happiness and can be happy if they want to emphasize the power of positive thinking and self-determination. They argue that a person's mindset and attitude towards life can shape their experiences and emotions. By adopting an optimistic outlook and cultivating inner contentment, individuals can indeed enhance their sense of happiness. For instance, numerous self-help books and motivational speakers advocate the idea that individuals can control their thoughts and reactions to external events, thereby shaping their emotional well-being. On the other hand, according to many others, it is unrealistic to overlook the impact of external factors on one's happiness. Socioeconomic conditions, health, relationships, and life events significantly shape an individual's emotional state. People facing financial hardships, health challenges, or personal losses may find it challenging to maintain a consistent level of happiness, regardless of their mindset. For instance, someone experiencing prolonged unemployment or dealing with a serious illness may struggle to find happiness solely through their personal perspective. In conclusion, the relationship between individual responsibility and external factors in achieving happiness is complex. While personal mindset and choices undoubtedly play a big role, the significance of external circumstances cannot be underestimated. Fostering a positive mindset and acknowledging the influence of external realities is essential for a comprehensive understanding of human well-being. Question: Walking is known to be beneficial for health, yet fewer and fewer people are walking these days. What are the reasons for this? What can be done to tackle this issue? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: In contemporary society, the paradox of declining walking habits despite the widely recognized health benefits of this activity has become a pressing concern. This essay will explore the reasons behind the decreasing trend in walking and propose viable strategies to address this issue. There are several factors contributing to the diminishing practice of walking. Firstly, the rapid urbanization and modernization of cities have led to the proliferation of motor vehicles and the establishment of sedentary lifestyles. As a result, walking has been overshadowed by the convenience and speed of motorized transportation. For example, in most metropolitan areas, the prevalence of motor vehicles and sedentary habits has diminished the practice of walking among the population as much as 75% on the last 2 decades alone. Secondly, the increasing reliance on technology and digital devices has captivated people's attention, discouraging outdoor activities like walking. The allure of smartphones and online entertainment has contributed to a more sedentary lifestyle among individuals, depriving them of the physical benefits of walking. For instance, many individuals spend a significant amount of their leisure time engrossed in smartphones and digital entertainment, which detracts from their inclination to engage in physical activities like walking. To tackle this issue, various measures can be implemented. Firstly, city planners should prioritize the development of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure, including well-designed sidewalks, pedestrian bridges, and green spaces, to encourage people to walk as part of their daily routines. For example, the city of Copenhagen in Denmark has successfully implemented a pedestrian-focused urban planning approach. This initiative has significantly increased the number of people walking and cycling, leading to improved public health. Furthermore, government and local authorities can launch public awareness campaigns to promote the health benefits of walking and raise awareness of the detrimental effects of a sedentary lifestyle. Investing in education about the importance of physical activity can have a profound impact on changing people's attitudes towards walking. In conclusion, while the decline in walking habits is influenced by factors such as urbanization and technological advancements, it is essential to implement proactive strategies to promote walking as a healthy lifestyle choice. Question: Some people believe that children should study all subjects at school, while others think they should only study subjects they are good at or find interesting. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: Whether children should be required to study all subjects in school or focus solely on those they excel at or find intriguing is a matter of ongoing debate. This essay will explore both perspectives and provide reasons in favor of allowing young learners to study subjects that they feel passionate about or are good at. On the one hand, Proponents of a comprehensive curriculum argue that exposing children to a wide range of subjects is essential for their intellectual development and future success. They contend that a well-rounded education equips students with a broad skill set and knowledge base, enabling them to adapt to various challenges and opportunities in the future. For instance, a student who excels in mathematics but neglects humanities may miss out on valuable critical thinking and communication skills that are crucial in many professions. Conversely, there is a valid argument for allowing students to concentrate on subjects of personal interest or aptitude. Tailoring the curriculum to individual preferences can foster a deeper passion for learning and result in higher academic achievement. When students are genuinely engaged in a subject, they are more likely to excel and pursue related careers. For example, a student with a natural talent for music who is permitted to specialize in this area may become a virtuoso musician, enriching their own life in the cultural landscape. In my opinion, it is more advantageous for children to focus primarily on subjects they excel in or have a keen interest in. This approach not only fosters a sense of enthusiasm for learning but also allows students to develop their unique talents and strengths more effectively. In conclusion, children should predominantly study subjects in which they excel or have a genuine passion. This tailored approach to education can significantly enhance their learning experience, motivation, and overall academic and personal development. Question: the crime rate, in most countries, is often higher in urban areas than in rural areas. Why do you think that is? What can be done to reduce the crime rate in urban areas? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: in many countries, crime rates tend to be significantly higher in urban areas compared to rural ones. This disparity can be attributed to a multitude of interconnected factors. To address this issue and reduce crime rates in urban areas, comprehensive strategies must be implemented. One prominent reason behind the higher crime rates in urban areas is population density. Cities are often characterized by crowded neighborhoods and limited living space, which can lead to increased stress and competition for resources. In such environments, individuals may resort to criminal activities as a means of survival or to improve their socioeconomic status. For example, the prevalence of theft and burglary in urban settings can be partly attributed to the economic disparities and financial pressures faced by urban residents. Another contributing factor is the anonymity that urban settings provide. In larger cities, individuals can more easily blend into the crowd, making it difficult for law enforcement to identify and apprehend perpetrators. Criminals may perceive urban areas as safer havens for illegal activities due to the lower likelihood of being recognized by people or caught by law enforcing officers. For instance, urban environments can facilitate drug trafficking and gang-related activities, as individuals can operate with reduced visibility, while it is almost impossible in rural areas to get involved in such crimes without being known by others. To reduce crime rates in urban areas, a multifaceted approach is necessary. Firstly, increasing the presence of law enforcement officers and enhancing community policing efforts can act as a deterrent to criminal behavior. Moreover, investing in social programs, education, and employment opportunities for disadvantaged urban populations can address the root causes of crime, reducing the appeal of criminal activities as an alternative. Additionally, community engagement and neighborhood watch programs can empower residents to actively participate in crime prevention efforts. In conclusion, the higher crime rates in urban areas are a complex issue stemming from population density, anonymity, and socioeconomic disparities. To effectively reduce crime rates in urban settings, it is essential to adopt a holistic approach that combines law enforcement measures with social programs and community involvement, addressing both the symptoms and underlying causes of urban crime. Question: many people these days advocate for 4 working days per week as they believe it will improve employees' performance and help them maintain a healthy work-life balance. To what extent do you agree with this view? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the concept of a 4-day workweek has gained popularity as many believe it can enhance employees' performance and contribute to a healthier work-life balance. In this essay, I will assert that, indeed, implementing 4 workdays per week can lead to increased productivity and improved overall well-being for employees. One tantalizing reason for supporting a 4-workday policy is that it can significantly enhance employee performance. With shorter workweeks, employees may experience reduced burnout and fatigue, leading to higher levels of focus and concentration during their working hours. Research by the American Psychological Association has shown that longer working hours can lead to decreased productivity due to increased stress and exhaustion. By providing employees with an additional day off, they can rejuvenate both physically and mentally, resulting in more efficient and effective work when they are on the job. Another compelling reason to support a 4-day workweek is the potential to improve work-life balance for employees. In many traditional work settings, individuals often struggle to allocate time for personal pursuits and family commitments due to demanding work hours. A shorter workweek provides more opportunities for employees to engage in leisure activities, spend quality time with loved ones, and focus on personal development. For instance, a study conducted by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that a 4-day workweek improved employee satisfaction and reduced work-related stress, leading to a more positive work-life balance. In conclusion, advocating for a 4-day workweek is a step towards creating a more productive and balanced work environment. By reducing workdays, employees can experience improved performance and increased job satisfaction. Moreover, the added time for personal endeavors and relaxation can contribute to a healthier and happier workforce. Question: communication through text messaging and other instant forms of online communication is short and basic. Some people think this will be the death of grammar and spelling. How far do you agree or disagree with this view? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: in an era characterized by instant communication through text messaging and various online platforms, concerns have arisen regarding the detrimental impact of these technologies on grammar and spelling. Some argue that these modern forms of communication will lead to the decline of linguistic precision. However, I firmly disagree with this view and contend that these technologies do not herald the death of grammar and spelling. Rather, they adapt language to suit the needs of a fast-paced digital world. Firstly, it is essential to recognize that language is inherently dynamic and has evolved over centuries to adapt to changing communication needs. The emergence of text messaging and online communication is merely the latest chapter in this ongoing evolution. In fact, these platforms have spawned their unique linguistic conventions, often characterized by brevity and informality. While this may seem like a departure from traditional grammar and spelling norms, it is, in essence, a new form of linguistic expression. For instance, acronyms like LOL and BRB serve as efficient substitutes for longer phrases, enabling quicker exchanges without necessarily undermining grammatical understanding. Furthermore, the argument that modern communication leads to the death of grammar and spelling overlooks the fact that many individuals can effectively switch between informal online discourse and formal writing. It is essential to recognize the adaptability of language users in navigating these diverse linguistic contexts. For example, someone who frequently uses text messaging abbreviations may effortlessly transition to writing a formal email or academic paper with proper grammar and spelling. Just because someone can use online abbreviations and terms does not mean that he or she lacks the grammatical and spelling aptitude. In conclusion, while text messaging and online communication may introduce new conventions and informality, they do not signal the demise of grammar and spelling. Instead, they reflect language's ability to evolve and adapt to contemporary communication needs without affecting the formal part of it. Question: advertising is becoming more and more common in everyday life. Why is it so? Is this a positive or a negative development? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the pervasive presence of advertising in modern society has raised significant concerns, leading to a growing debate about whether this trend is a positive or negative development. This essay contends that the increasing ubiquity of advertising in everyday life is primarily a negative development. The increasing presence of advertising in everyday life can be attributed to several factors shaping the modern consumer landscape. Firstly, advancements in technology and the widespread availability of digital platforms have considerably expanded the avenues for advertising. With the rise of the internet, social media, and mobile applications, companies have greater opportunities to target and engage with their audiences, utilizing targeted ads, sponsored content, and personalized marketing strategies. Moreover, the globalization of markets and intensifying competition among businesses have propelled the need for greater brand visibility and consumer reach, prompting companies to invest significantly in advertising campaigns to capture attention in crowded marketplaces. Firstly, the relentless intrusion of advertising into various aspects of our lives has led to an overwhelming and often intrusive consumer culture. From billboards lining our streets to targeted advertisements bombarding us online, the constant barrage of marketing messages can be mentally exhausting and invasive. This saturation can diminish the quality of life by creating a constant sense of commercial pressure and consumerism. Secondly, advertising has evolved to employ increasingly sophisticated psychological tactics to manipulate consumer behavior. It often exploits vulnerabilities such as insecurities, desires, and fears to persuade individuals to make unnecessary purchases. For example, the cosmetic industry frequently preys on societal beauty standards, encouraging consumers to buy products promising to fix their perceived flaws. This form of manipulation can lead to financial strain and exacerbate mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Furthermore, the ubiquity of advertising can stifle creativity and cultural diversity. In a quest for profits, media outlets and content creators may compromise their artistic integrity by prioritizing advertisements over quality content. This prioritization often leads to a homogenization of culture, as unique voices and perspectives are drowned out by commercial interests. In conclusion, the increasing prevalence of advertising in daily life should be viewed as a negative development due to its intrusive nature, manipulative tactics, and potential to homogenize culture. When advertisements become so pervasive, they stray from their original objective and start manipulating people through their fair and unfair marketing and advertising techniques. Therefore, I conceive it as a negative development. Question. It is often argued by many that historical objects should be brought back to their country of origin. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. The repatriation of historical artifacts to their country of origin is a topic that raises important ethical and cultural considerations. Many express their opinion in favor of the return of such objects, and I firmly agree with this opinion as I believe that restoring these items to their rightful place is a crucial step in preserving cultural heritage and fostering international understanding. First and foremost, returning historical artifacts to their country of origin is a matter of cultural identity and respect. Many artifacts hold deep significance to their country of origin, representing their history, traditions, and cultural narratives. These items often play a central role in shaping a nation's identity and can contribute to a stronger sense of unity among its people. For instance, the Elgin marbles, removed from the Parthenon in Athens and housed in the British Museum, are symbols of Greek heritage, and their repatriation would signify the acknowledgement of Greece's historical legacy. Furthermore, repatriation can facilitate greater international cooperation and understanding. By returning artifacts, countries demonstrate respect for each other's history and cultural values, fostering goodwill and collaboration. This approach contrasts with the perception of colonialism and exploitation that may arise when valuable cultural items are retained by foreign institutions. The restitution of artifacts can help build bridges between nations and contribute to cultural diplomacy, promoting mutual respect and dialogue. In conclusion, the repatriation of historical artifacts to their country of origin is a matter of cultural preservation, identity, and international harmony. The return of these items acknowledges their cultural significance and fosters a sense of unity among people. Additionally, it promotes cross-cultural understanding and collaboration between nations. As such, the practice of returning historical artifacts is not only a matter of ethical responsibility but also a means to strengthen global cultural connections. Question. Many stores sell organic fruits and vegetables produced without the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides. Even though they often cost more than conventional fruits and vegetables, some people buy them. Why do some people prefer to eat organic food? Do you think organic food is worth the extra cost? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. In recent years, the consumption of organic fruits and vegetables has gained popularity among health-conscious individuals. Despite the higher price tag, many people choose to buy organic produce due to various reasons. This essay delves into the factors that drive the preference for organic food and examines whether its benefits justify the additional cost. One of the primary reasons why people opt for organic food is the perceived health benefits. Organic fruits and vegetables are grown without synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and chemical fertilizers, which are commonly used in conventional farming. Consumers believe that by choosing organic options, they reduce their exposure to harmful chemicals. For instance, studies have shown that organophosphate pesticides, often found in conventional produce, may pose health risks such as neurodevelopmental disorders and hormonal disruptions. Therefore, individuals who prioritize their well-being and seek to minimize their exposure to potentially harmful substances often choose organic food. Another factor contributing to the preference for organic food is the belief that it offers superior nutritional value and taste. Organic farming practices emphasize soil health and biodiversity, which proponents argue leads to more nutrient-rich crops. Some studies suggest that organic fruits and vegetables contain higher levels of certain vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants compared to conventionally grown produce. The extra cost is justified considering its purported positive impact on the environment. Organic farming practices prioritize sustainability, soil conservation, and reduced pollution. By abstaining from the use of synthetic chemicals, organic farming minimizes soil and water contamination, supporting biodiversity and ecosystem health. Additionally, the extra cost may promote ethical considerations for many customers as they know that supporting organic farming promotes fair treatment of farmers and workers involved in the production process. In conclusion, the growing popularity of organic food is driven by various factors, including health and environmental concerns and perceived nutritional benefits. While organic produce may come at a higher cost than conventional alternatives, individuals are willing to invest in these products due to their perceived advantages like positive impact on the environment and supporting organic farmers.
Question. Many companies use popular sports events to promote their products. Some people think it promotes sports in a positive way while others think that it has a negative effect on sports. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. In recent years, numerous companies have seized the opportunity to leverage popular sports events as platforms to promote their products. While some argue that this practice contributes positively to the world of sports, others contend that it has detrimental effects. This essay will explore both perspectives and present my view that while sponsorship can provide benefits, the over-commercialization and branding associated with such promotions can have negative consequences. On the one hand, the involvement of companies in sponsoring sports events brings substantial financial support, which can enhance the quality of sports competitions, facilities, and training programs. For instance, major corporations sponsoring the Olympics or the FIFA World Cup provide significant funds that contribute to the success of these events, facilitating infrastructure development and ensuring the participation of athletes from various nations. Furthermore, corporate partnerships can increase the global reach of sports, making them more accessible and engaging to a broader audience. On the other hand, the intense commercialization and branding that often accompany such sponsorships can undermine the essence of sports, turning them into profit-driven enterprises rather than celebrations of skill and athleticism. This can lead to an undue emphasis on commercial interests, with events becoming overshadowed by advertising campaigns and product endorsements. Additionally, excessive branding can create a disconnect between athletes and fans, as the focus shifts from sportsmanship to marketing strategies. In conclusion, the relationship between companies and sports events is multifaceted. While sponsorship can infuse financial support and global exposure into sports, the risk of overcommercialization and branding should not be overlooked. Perhaps a regulated approach that limits the extent of branding and emphasizes the purity of sportsmanship would be an ideal solution in this context.
Question: Many young children have unsupervised access to the internet and are using the internet to socialize with others. This can lead to a number of dangerous situations which can be threatening for children. What problems do children face when going online without parental supervision? How can these problems be solved? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: the pervasive use of the internet among young children, coupled with unsupervised access, has raised concerns about potential threats and dangers they might encounter in the digital realm. This essay explores the challenges children face online without parental supervision and proposes solutions to mitigate the associated risks. Firstly, children navigating the online world without parental guidance may inadvertently expose themselves to inappropriate content, including violence, explicit material, and hate speech. For instance, a young child innocently searching for a favorite cartoon character could stumble upon explicit content that is not suitable for their age. This can have lasting psychological effects and shape their perceptions of acceptable behavior. Secondly, online interactions with strangers pose a significant threat, as children are vulnerable to manipulative individuals who might exploit their naivety. Cases of cyberbullying, online grooming, and identity theft are becoming increasingly common. For instance, a child interacting with a seemingly friendly online acquaintance may unknowingly share personal information and photos that could be used for malicious purposes. To address these challenges, a multi-pronged approach is essential. First of all, parents should actively engage in their children's online activities and guide them on safe internet usage. They can also utilize the operating system and browser's parental control features to make a child's internet usage safe. Secondly, educational institutions can integrate digital literacy programs into curricula to equip children with the skills to discern between trustworthy and harmful online sources. This education would help them get smarter at detecting harmful content and distinguish people who pretend to be friendly but have malicious intents. In conclusion, unsupervised access to the internet exposes young children to various dangers, including inappropriate content and interactions with potential threats. However, by adopting a proactive approach that involves parents, schools, and policymakers, these problems can be addressed effectively. With comprehensive digital education and technological safeguards in place, children can navigate the online world safely and responsibly. Question: many people believe that they should spend all the money they earn to enjoy life at present. Others, however, think that they should save a large portion of their earning for the future. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: whether individuals should prioritize present enjoyment by spending all their earnings or save a significant portion for the future has sparked a debate that hinges on contrasting perspectives. This essay delves into both viewpoints and provides an analysis that people should enjoy spending on pleasant experiences while also saving a portion for the uncertainty of the future. On the one hand, proponents of immediate gratification argue that life is uncertain, and one should seize the moment by spending their hard-earned money on experiences and pleasures. They contend that saving excessively for an unpredictable future can deprive individuals of the joys and opportunities that the present offers. For instance, someone might choose to travel and explore new cultures, fostering personal growth and happiness, rather than constantly deferring these experiences. Conversely, advocates of prudent financial planning emphasize the importance of saving for a secure future. They contend that unforeseen emergencies, medical expenses, and retirement necessitate a substantial financial cushion. Without adequate savings, individuals may find themselves in dire straits later in life. For instance, a person who encounters unexpected medical expenses without sufficient savings may face financial distress and limited access to quality healthcare. In my opinion, a balanced approach is ideal. While immediate enjoyment is important for personal growth and happiness, it is equally crucial to save responsibly for future needs and uncertainties. Striking this equilibrium requires setting aside a portion of earnings for savings while also indulging in well-considered present experiences. In conclusion, the dilemma between spending earnings for present enjoyment or saving for the future underscores the need for a balanced perspective. Both immediate gratification and prudent financial planning have their merits, but an approach that combines both is likely to yield the most fulfilling and secure life journey. Question: some countries are struggling with increasing crime rates. Many people think that having more police on the streets is the only way to reduce crime. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: while grappling with escalating crime rates, some nations lean towards the belief that bolstering police presence is the panacea for reducing criminal activities. However, I contend that this perspective, while well-intentioned, oversimplifies the complex nature of crime prevention. A multifaceted approach, encompassing social intervention and community engagement, is imperative in effectively addressing the root causes of criminal behavior. To begin, it is crucial to acknowledge that a singular focus on increasing police presence neglects the underlying socioeconomic factors that contribute to criminality. Research indicates that poverty, lack of access to quality education, and limited economic opportunities are significant determinants of criminal behavior. Merely increasing the number of police officers patrolling the streets fails to address these systemic issues. For example, a study conducted in urban areas with high crime rates revealed that targeted investment in education and vocational training programs led to a notable reduction in youth involvement in criminal activities. Moreover, an over-reliance on law enforcement may inadvertently lead to strained community-police relations, potentially exacerbating tensions and hindering effective crime prevention. Building trust between law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve is paramount for successful crime reduction efforts. This entails fostering open dialogue, implementing community policing initiatives, and prioritizing transparency and accountability. For instance, cities that have implemented community-oriented policing models have witnessed enhanced cooperation between residents and law enforcement, resulting in more effective crime prevention strategies. In conclusion, while augmenting police presence is undoubtedly a vital component of crime reduction, it should not be viewed as the sole or most effective solution. A comprehensive approach that addresses socioeconomic disparities and fosters community engagement is essential for creating safer and more secure societies.
Question: some people say that reducing the maximum speed limit is the best possible solution to road safety, while others believe that it is not an effective solution, and there are many other factors which can contribute to road safety. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer: road safety is a crucial concern, prompting debates on the most effective strategies to reduce accidents and fatalities. Some individuals argue that lowering the maximum speed limit is the most viable solution, while others contend that it may not be sufficient, and advocate for considering various other contributing factors. This essay will discuss both views and present the perspective that a multifaceted approach, combining reduced speed limits with other safety measures, is the most effective strategy to enhance road safety. Proponents of reducing the maximum speed limit argue that it can directly address the issue of speeding, a leading cause of road accidents. By imposing lower speed limits, they believe that drivers will be more cautious and have better control over their vehicles, thus reducing the risk of collisions. For instance, countries like Sweden have successfully implemented Vision Zero policies, which aim to eliminate traffic-related fatalities by emphasizing reduced speed limits and enhanced road design. As a result, Sweden has witnessed a significant decline in road deaths over the years. On the other hand, critics of solely relying on reduced speed limits argue that road safety is a complex issue influenced by various factors, including driver behavior, road conditions, vehicle maintenance, and traffic management. Merely lowering speed limits may not adequately address these factors and might even lead to complacency among drivers. Instead, they propose a comprehensive approach that includes educational campaigns to promote responsible driving, stricter enforcement of traffic laws, and investment in road infrastructure improvements. For example, Cities like London have adopted approaches, combining reduced speed limits with enhanced pedestrian crossings, traffic calming measures, and improved road signage, resulting in significant reductions in accidents and accident-related injuries. In conclusion, while reducing the maximum speed limit can play an essential role in improving road safety, it should be part of a broader, multifaceted strategy. A combination of lower speed limits, driver education, stricter law enforcement, and better road infrastructure is essential to create a safer environment for all road users.
Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay with Advanced Vocabulary. Question. These days, more and more people move away from the area where they were born and brought up when they become adults. Do the advantages of this development outweigh the disadvantages? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Model Answer 1. Nowadays, a growing number of individuals choose to relocate from their hometowns once they reach adulthood. This migration trend has both positive and negative implications for individuals and society as a whole. This essay will explore the advantages and disadvantages of this development and opine that the benefits of this trend outweigh the drawbacks. One significant advantage of people moving away from their place of birth is the opportunity for personal and professional growth. By relocating to new cities or countries, individuals can access better educational institutions, job prospects, and career advancement opportunities. For instance, a young graduate who moves to a major metropolitan area may find more diverse job options and higher earning potential, enhancing their overall quality of life. Furthermore, moving away allows individuals to experience different cultures, traditions, and lifestyles, fostering open-mindedness and adaptability. Exposure to diverse environments can broaden one's perspective and enhance their ability to embrace change. On the other hand, relocating far from one's hometown can lead to feelings of isolation and homesickness. Being away from family, friends, and familiar surroundings may cause emotional distress and a sense of disconnection. For example, an elderly person who moves to a different country to be with their children may struggle to adapt to the new culture and language, affecting their mental well-being. Moreover, migration can contribute to the depopulation and neglect of rural areas. As young adults leave their hometowns, there may be a decline in economic activities, leading to fewer resources allocated to these regions. In my opinion, the development is far more beneficial than detrimental. The positive potentials that this migration trend brings are substantial, while the negative aspects of it could be addressed effectively to minimize their effects. In conclusion, the trend of relocating to other places has significant benefits and a few drawbacks. It is expected that with collaborative efforts, the process would be even smoother and the transition made easier to cope with. Model Answer 2. In recent years, it has become increasingly common for people to move away from their hometowns in their adulthood to seek better careers, living standards, or opportunities. This trend has both advantages and disadvantages, and in this essay, I will discuss both while also opining that it has more demerits than advantages. On the one hand, there are several benefits to moving away from one's hometown. Firstly, it provides individuals with greater opportunities for personal and professional growth. For example, moving to a larger city or a different country can offer access to better education, living standards, job prospects, and cultural experiences. Additionally, living away from one's family and friends can help individuals develop independence and self-reliance. On the other hand, there are also drawbacks to this trend. One disadvantage is that it can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. For instance, when people move away from their hometowns, they leave behind their support networks of family and friends. This can be particularly challenging for those who struggle to make new connections in their new location. Furthermore, moving away from one's hometown can also result in a loss of connection to one's cultural heritage and traditions. It is noticeable that these disadvantages are so severe that they eventually overshadow the merits of this trend. In conclusion, While there are some advantages to moving away from one's hometown, there are also disadvantages, such as mental stress and disconnection from one's cultural heritage. It is expected that the state authority and the government would take initiatives to develop rural and remote areas so that such migration becomes less necessary. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay with Advanced Vocabulary. Question. A trend in current times is the need for many workers to spend time outside of company hours answering text and email messages for their job. What problems does this cause for the worker? What can be done to reduce the impact of these problems? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. In the contemporary world, many employees require to do work-related communications like sending and replying to texts and emails outside their regular company hours. While this connectivity offers enhanced flexibility and accessibility, it also gives rise to several challenges for workers. This essay will elucidate the problems posed by after-hours work communication on employees and propose effective strategies to mitigate its impact. One major challenge arising from the expectation of responding to work messages outside regular hours is the erosion of personal time. When employees are compelled to be constantly available for work-related communication, it hampers their ability to unwind, recharge, and dedicate quality time to their families and personal pursuits. For instance, a software developer who receives frequent emails and messages beyond office hours may struggle to disengage from work, leading to increased stress and burnout. After-hours work communication also exerts detrimental effects on the mental health of employees. Continuous engagement with work-related messages can disrupt sleep patterns and induce anxiety, negatively impacting workers' overall well-being. Additionally, this practice may lead to a blurring of boundaries between personal and professional life, leading to a constant state of heightened alertness and stress. For example, a marketing manager who is expected to respond to client inquiries during leisure time might experience heightened stress levels, affecting both work and personal life adversely. To alleviate the challenges associated with after-hours work communication, organizations can implement clear communication policies and guidelines. By establishing specific boundaries for when employees are expected to respond to messages, companies can promote a healthier work-life balance. Additionally, employers can encourage employees to embrace digital detox practices during non-working hours, allowing them to disconnect from work-related technology and focus on personal well-being and relaxation. For example, a company that implements a "no email after 7 p.m." policy allows employees to prioritize self-care and rejuvenation. In conclusion, the growing need for employees to respond to work-related text and email messages beyond regular hours presents multifaceted challenges. Through clear communication policies and encouraging digital detox practices, organizations can foster a healthier work culture that promotes work-life balance and enhances employee satisfaction and productivity. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay with Advanced Vocabulary. Question. Some people believe that authorities need to plan for more vertical cities with really tall buildings since our land for the expansion of cities is limited. What are the advantages and disadvantages, in your opinion, of vertical cities that have really tall buildings and everything within these buildings? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. The concept of creating vertical cities with towering skyscrapers to accommodate urban expansion has been proposed, and in some cases, materialized in many cities around the world. While there are benefits to this approach, it also presents several disadvantages, and this essay will explore both. One of the key advantages of vertical cities is their potential to maximize land usage efficiently. With limited available land for urban growth, constructing tall buildings allows for increased population density without further encroaching on natural spaces. For instance, Cities like Hong Kong and New York have embraced vertical living to accommodate their growing populations while preserving green spaces and minimizing urban sprawl. Another benefit lies in the potential reduction of commuting times. Vertical cities can centralize various services and amenities within close proximity, minimizing the need for extensive travel within the city. Residents can easily access workplaces, shopping centers, and recreational facilities without enduring long commutes. This efficiency in commuting can contribute to improved work-life balance and reduced environmental pollution. However, the drawbacks of living in vertical cities should not be overlooked. Tall buildings can create a sense of isolation and disconnect among residents due to limited outdoor spaces and a lack of community areas. The absence of shared public spaces like parks and open squares may hinder social interactions and impede the development of a cohesive urban community. For instance, studies have shown that high-rise living can lead to feelings of loneliness and social detachment among residents. Furthermore, the over-reliance on vertical expansion could lead to environmental concerns. Tall buildings require extensive energy consumption for heating, cooling, and vertical transportation systems. The sheer height of these structures can exacerbate the urban heat island effect and increase energy consumption, potentially offsetting the environmental benefits of reducing horizontal urban sprawl. In conclusion, vertical cities with towering buildings revolve around a range of advantages and disadvantages. While efficient land use and reduced commuting times are potential benefits, concerns related to community cohesion, social interaction, and environmental sustainability warrant careful consideration when planning for such urban developments. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay with Advanced Vocabulary. Question. Many scientists and linguists predict that all people will choose to speak the same global language in the future. How far do you agree or disagree with this prediction? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model answer. The notion that a single global language will become universally adopted is a topic of ongoing debate among scientists and linguists. While some argue that such a phenomenon is likely to occur, I find myself in disagreement with this prediction due to the persistence of cultural diversity and the intrinsic value of linguistic heritage. Firstly, the idea of a universally chosen global language overlooks the rich cultural diversity that defines humanity, and that is why will not be accepted by nations. Language is deeply intertwined with culture, and it serves as a vessel for expressing unique cultural identities, traditions, and historical narratives. The world is a mosaic of distinct cultures, each with its own languages that have evolved over centuries, and people would not sacrifice their languages and traditions for the sake of a global language. For example, during the colonial period, authorities tried to push their languages to the locals. Despite their popularity, they have not been able to diminish people's deeply rooted connections with their local languages. Secondly, language embodies a sense of identity and belonging for communities around the world, and that is why it is impossible to erase local languages and impose a global language on all nationalities. The preservation of linguistic heritage is crucial in maintaining the connections between generations and anchoring individuals to their roots. The loss of indigenous languages has often been associated with the weakening of cultural bonds and the diminishment of traditional knowledge. For instance, the revitalization efforts of languages like Maori in New Zealand and Welsh in Wales underscore the importance of preserving linguistic diversity to safeguard cultural heritage. In conclusion, while the prospect of a single global language may seem appealing in terms of communication efficiency, it disregards the intricate interplay between language, culture, and identity. Therefore, linguistic diversity and cultural heritage will keep prevailing, and despite the popularity of a few global languages, most people keep communicating in their mother tongue. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.